in accordance with Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990. If you require a disability-related modification or accommodation to attend or participate in this meeting, including auxiliary aids or services, please call the City Clerk's office at 310-952-1720 at least 48 hours prior to the meeting. Public information. The public may address the members of the City Council on any matters within the jurisdiction of the City Council or on any items on the agenda of the City Council during the designated public comment periods. There will be 2 oral communication sessions, one for agendized items, comment about items on the agenda, and the other for non-agendized items, comments about items not on the agenda. The oral communication portion of the agenda is limited to a duration of 1 hour unless otherwise approved by the City Council. Comment time is normally 3 minutes, depending on the number of speakers. Public viewing available by live stream on the city's website. The meeting will be streamed live over the internet, www.carsonca.gov, or on YouTube, www.youtube.com/c/City of Carson, California, official YouTube page. Cable Spectrum Channel 35 and AT&T Channel 99. If you are unable to attend the meeting in person, public comments can be submitted before the meeting. Email. Public comments can be emailed to cityclerk@carsonca.gov. The cutoff time to submit any email communications is 3 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Written communications can be dropped off at the City Clerk's office at City Hall. The cutoff time to submit any written communications is 3 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Written communications dropped off at the City Clerk's office or any email received will not be read aloud at council meetings, but will be circulated to City Council and incorporated into the minutes.
Good afternoon.
In accordance with...
Okay, go on. Is that it? Oh. Good evening. Today is Tuesday, September 16th. I'm calling to order the City of Carson Housing Authority, Successor Agency, Public Financing Authority, and the City Council. Madam City Clerk, roll call, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councilmember Rojas? Present. Councilmember Deere?
Present.
Councilmember Hilton? Present. Mayor Pro Tem Hicks?
Present.
Mayor Davis Holmes?
Present.
Thank you.
We'll have an invocation by Mayor Pro Tem. I mean, a flag salute by Mayor Pro Tem.
Either one.
Either one.
Please stand. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Now we'll have our invocation by Bishop Brian L. Smith from Byron L. Smith. What's his name? Byron L. Smith.
There you go.
Oh,
Yes,
there
ma'am.
you are. Oh, Byron, how are you?
I'm doing excellent, Mayor. How are you? Yeah. Thank you for having me, and thank the council members. Let us pray. Dear gracious eternal Father, we pause in this sacred moment to give you thanks for the gift of life, for the blessings of the community, and for the city of Carson, and the city of rich in diversity and resilience and promise. O gracious eternal Father, we lift before you our mayor, Lula Davis Holmes, and our city council on today, and all who serves in this city and leadership. O God, I pray that you will grant them wisdom that reaches beyond politics, courage that stands firm in times of challenge, and compassion that sees the dignity in every resident. In this climate of uncertainty with pressing needs of public safety and economic fairness, housing and health and justice, I ask on today, O God, that you guide our leaders to the decisions that unite rather than divide, build rather than tear down, and to heal rather than harm. Bless the people of Carson, every family, every worker, every elder, and every child. May our neighborhoods be places of safety and peace. May our schools be centered of learners and learning and opportunities. May our business thrive in fairness and integrity. And may our city continue to be a beacon of hope for surrounding communities. O God, let justice roll down like waters and righteous like a mighty stream through Carson. May this city shine as a place where every voice is heard, every gift is valued, and every person is treated with dignity. And as you bless this mayor and this council and this leadership team of this city and its residents, I promise, Lord, we promise to bless you back by blessing your name and your people. In Jesus Christ's name I pray, amen.
Amen.
Thank you very much. Closed session items 2 through 6. Madam City Clerk, is there any public comment?
No, Madam Mayor.
Madam City Attorney, report out on closed session, please.
A closed session will be held pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D1 to confer with legal counsel in the matter of Camp Carson versus City of Carson. Pursuant to the same code section, closed session will be held in the matter of Garcia versus City of Carson. A closed session will also be held pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D4 because the city is considering whether to initiate litigation in one potential case. A closed session will be held pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D2 or D3 and E1 because there's a significant exposure to litigation in two cases. And lastly, a closed session will be held pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.8 to enable the city to consider labor negotiations with actually, I apologize. It's real party negotiations regarding property known as 24205 Avalon Boulevard, Carson, California 90745. That concludes my report.
Thank you. We should be back, Madam City Attorney, hour and a half, an hour. Okay, we'll recess to closed session until, say, 6:10.
Rules of decorum. No person attending a public meeting will engage in disorderly or boisterous conduct, including, but not limited to, applause, whistling, stamping of feet, booing, or making any loud, threatening, or profane, abusive, personal, or slanderous utterance that disturbs, disrupts, or otherwise impedes the orderly conduct of the meeting. All remarks by members of the public shall be addressed to the mayor or the chair and not to any other member of the public or any single council, board, or commission member, unless in response to a question that the member. Signs, placards, banners, or other similar items shall not be permitted in the audience during a public meeting. All persons attending a public meeting shall obey any lawful order of the presiding officer to enforce the rules of decorum. Treat everyone courteously, listen to others respectfully, exercise self-control, give open-minded consideration to all viewpoints, focus on the issues and avoid personalizing debate, embrace respectful disagreement and dissent as democratic rights that are inherent components of an inclusive public process and tools for forging sound decisions.
Reconvening the city council meeting from closed session. Authority, city attorney, please report out.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. The council met in closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D1 to confer with legal counsel in two matters, Camp Carson versus City of Carson and Garcia versus City of Carson. No reportable action was taken in either matter. The council met pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D4 because the city is considering, actually we didn't take up that item. The council met pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D2 or D3 and E1 because there's a significant exposure to litigation in 2 cases and no reportable action was taken, and the council did not consider item number 6. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Madam City Attorney. Number 7, we'll have a report from our captain. Is she here, Captain Norman? She's outside.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Wanted to take this opportunity to let you know how things been going on at Carson Sheriff's. Some of the wonderful things. On September 10th, our Community Relations Sergeant Moranin and SAO Lieutenant Lumpkin attended, and myself attended the town hall meeting at Dolphin Park in Carson, along with Mayor Pro Tem Hicks, as well as Madam Mayor Lula Davis Holmes. We discussed recent crime trends and heard concerns about the city and community from the community members. On September 12th, in honor of National Police Women's Day, the Carson Sheriff Station proudly paid tribute to many of our dedicated and hardworking female personnel serving at our station. We recognize and appreciate their unwavering commitment and professionalism in service to the community. In addition to that, I also wanted to thank you again for the Heroes Award for Deputy Hernandez and Deputy Vega. On Thursday, the 28th of August, we were alerted of an unpermitted lowrider event that had been occurring primarily on Sundays in the city of Carson. On the 31st, our SAO teams conducted an operation that yielded 16 citations for arrest. This information has been actually provided to the Carson Public Safety Team, in which in order to facilitate assistance, with the assistance of the Public Safety Team, the outburst trailer was actually put out at some of the locations in order to strategically deter the lowrider events. On the 7th, there was no cruiser or lowrider events. On the September 16th, there was also no lowrider events, but we are continuing to monitor this activity. Our Part 1 crimes in the city of Carson are still trending down at 7.8%.
Thank you, Captain.
Ma'am.
Any questions for our captain? Bishop?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Captain, I'm wondering if we can put a special emphasis on the Malloy Park area of Carson that's down there and past Galaxy West of Gardena Boulevard. It's called Malloy Park, and they are having some challenges down there where people kind of come in from, this is the area of Carson that butts Compton, and they're having some issues where people are coming over from neighboring neighborhoods. One of the residents indicated to me a couple weeks ago that, hey, I had a challenge. I called the sheriffs. They never responded. And then, so I said, next time that happens, call me. And he called me. I called the watch commander. I believe this was Friday or Saturday. And the watch, I wanted to figure out the timing of it all. It took about 2 hours for them to get there. And I said, well, text me when the police get there. So if we can I know that maybe short staff or something, but I don't want them to feel like they are forgotten. And they say every time they call the sheriffs down there, it takes quite some time to come. And I recognize that sometimes it may be busy, but if we could give the Malloy Park area some attention.
Absolutely. What I'll do is I will make sure that our parks team is notified of these incidents.
It's not a park. It's a park that's governed by DWP. But when we talk about the Malloy Park, it's that pocket of homes in there that are Carson. And I was just giving you a reference point of giving like Malloy Park. it's that pocket of
Malloy Galaxy West.
it's Galaxy West, but the area that's being
Malloy Galaxy.
taken over is like Malloy Park from other people. They're just coming in, they park their cars, they go smoke and they go drink, and the residents are bearing the brunt of it that sits in front of that park, their homes.
I'll have them take a look at it. I wasn't actually.
I know you look surprised when I said Malloy Park. You're like, I ain't never heard of that park.
I'm not familiar with it, and I've worked park scene, so.
Yeah, no, it's not one of our parks. They call it Malloy Park. It is governed by DWP. It's a little grassy area. We would love Carson to take over it, but you know, I know this. Arlington, we went out there. We went out there that day, and you know, DWP comes and services it. They call it Malloy Park, but it's Carson. I was surprised when I went down there too for the very first time a couple years ago that it was a part of Carson, but it is Carson, and we just want our sheriffs to patrol it a little bit more.
Okay, then I'll have them take a look at it.
Councilman Deere.
Thank you. To the captain, I want to thank you for the letter you sent to us regarding racial profiling versus the Constitution and laws. It's very appreciated. You outlined this to us, and I think we need to disseminate this type of knowledge to the community in general. So it's appreciated. And again, great report. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that from Robert Leslie? Oh, you provide this from Robert Leslie? This letter is from Robert Leslie. Is this the same one?
It's actually to the captain.
Oh,
You
okay.
received it, right? No? It says
Racial profiling enforcement.
Madam Mayor.
CC Captain Norman.
Robert
September
Leslie.
10th.
Excuse me. Finish it, Councilman Deere. Okay, Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Robert Leslie dropped off the letter to the clerk's office, and then my staff delivered it to Chambers.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Yes,
the
but he
captain
did say
hasn't-
that he
hasn't
dropped
seen
one
it.
off
She hasn't seen it.
Hasn't seen it yet.
to
Okay.
the sheriffs, but
All right.
obviously
We'll
I
get you a
don't.
copy.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Okay.
Here, pass this to her.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Leslie, I'll take a look at it. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments from my colleagues? Hearing none, Captain. Thank you very much.
Okay, have a good evening, everyone.
Is Assistant Chief Kane from LA County Fire here? There you are.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, members of the council. Assistant Chief Brian Kane, Los Angeles County Fire Department, with your public safety report for the month of August. The month of August, we had 828 calls for service. 35 of those were fires, 24 consisting of vegetation or grass fires. And of those 24 grass fires, 14 of them were PEH in nature. We had 8 vehicle fires, 1 mobile home fire with $18,000 of damage, and 2 building fires, one with $30,000 of damage and the other with $15,000 of damage. However, due to the quick work of our Carson City firefighters, they limited the damage significantly. 565 calls for service for EMS-related responses, and 377 of those calls were ALS in nature, where our paramedic interventions were needed to support those individuals. That is the end of my public safety report, unless there's any questions.
Are there any questions from my colleagues? Hear none. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We
Have a good
miss
evening.
seeing you.
Yes, you will.
Okay. Next, we have an information update from the Greater Los Angeles County Vector Control District. Is the representative here? I think Councilman Deere has a few.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. My name is Jim Deere, a city councilman. Also, I'm a trustee for the Greater Los Angeles County Vector Control District representing Carson. And tonight we have a presentation from our communications manager, David Palin. But I do want to have a little prelude to that. The work that the Vector Control District does is public safety effort that's very, very important. We actually had a fatality in Carson because one of our residents, Al Shipman, he went to the Madrona Marsh in Torrance, got bit by a mosquito, contracted West Nile virus, and passed away from the disease. So the West Nile virus is a serious threat to the health of people in LA County. In addition to West Nile virus, also dengue fever is now introduced to LA County, and that is also potentially fatal as well. So if we could, I'd like to have just a moment of silence for Al Shipman, the only Carson resident that we know that actually passed away. If we could just be silent for a few seconds. Thank you very much. And I, again, would like to introduce our esteemed communications director, a man who does an excellent job for the Vector Control District and therefore an excellent job for the people of LA County. David Palin, you now can do your presentation. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. You're in charge.
Alrighty.
Oh, one other thing. David was so gracious, he brought some giveaways.
Yes.
So if we're going to give it to the audience because they're our bosses, and if there's any left over, you can give it to staff, and then any left over after that, then the council members, in that order. Thank you. Ryan, you'll distribute that.
Thank you for that warm invitation and introduction, Councilman Deere. Thank you, distinguished council, for the opportunity to share. As mentioned, I'm here representing the Greater Los Angeles County Vector Control District. We are the largest of 5 vector control districts within LA County. We don't just do mosquitoes as well. We service blackfly as well as midge. But I'm here today mostly speaking about mosquitoes. So as Councilman Deere just shared, that there are several mosquito-borne diseases that we should be aware about. First is that growing threat of dengue fever. These numbers that are shown are here from our 2024, which was last year, and we are starting to see them again this year. The constant threat is the West Nile, as he shared earlier, and it's something that we should always be on the lookout. And we also have an occasional detection of that St. Louis encephalitis. So there are other diseases that you should be aware about, such as Zika and canine heartworm for those with our pets. So what are we doing about that? So we believe in integrated vector control management. So this is comprised of 3 specific categories and 3 specific departments within our district. Surveillance, which is our SciTech department, control, which is our operations department, and education, which is the department that I oversee from communications. So I'm going to go and start off with some of our services. So these are the ones that you normally will see us. If you see us out, our door-to-door operations with our service requests. So if you go on our website, you can ask us to come out, inspect your home. Also, in response to West Nile or dengue cases, you will also see one of our technicians out there following up. In addition to that, we have some of our medium visibility, so you may or may not see us out there on our public routes. So we have single routes that will follow throughout Carson, and you'll see in a second some of the inspection numbers that we have. But we also have a swimming pool program. So if you kind of see in the middle, that is a green pool. That is definitely what we do not want to see. But we will come out and we can give you mosquito fish that will eat the larvae of mosquitoes. And we will come collect those after a while. And then we also have street gutters. So we will come out and treat those street gutters that can get gunk and debris caught in there. That will also become a breeding source for mosquitoes. But some of our lower visibility services that you probably do not see are our underground storm drain. So we pop up in those heavy lids there and treat all those areas where there is going to be mosquito breeding underground, and also clearing out brush with our flood channels and stormwater. So there's a lot of services that we offer to your residents here at Carson, and we want you all to be knowledgeable of them, how we serve residents as well as business owners. So right here, you can see in total about 4,500 inspections that were done in Carson last year. So this is residential and public pools as well as those storm waters. So for those in the back, it's a lot of dots there. But once again, this is how we are servicing your community as we speak. So very quickly, I'll go into some of our individual departments. So I shared a little bit about the surveillance piece, but that includes mosquito identification, dead bird testing. So those dead birds, if you see them, those are indicators of West Nile virus. So we ask you all, if you see dead birds, please take a picture, send it to us, and we'll use it to determine if there's West Nile virus in the area. And also black fly surveillance. But what we're most excited about from our SciTech department is what's called sterile insect technique. Think of it as mosquito on mosquito warfare. So what we do is we X-ray sterilize. I'm gonna say that again. We X-ray sterilize the male mosquitoes because it is male mosquitoes that do not bite. It is female mosquitoes that do bite. Fun fact. Fun fact.
No surprise.
Female mosquitoes are the ones that bite. So we do not genetically modify, but we X-ray them so that once they mate with these female mosquitoes, their eggs are non-viable. So why this is really important is because we know that spraying is just going to build resistance. So just spraying mosquitoes is just going to build resistance in a super mosquito, and it's not as helpful for our environment. So this is the way that the district is utilizing environmentally friendly, non-chemical, and it eliminates the population. So we're excited about that coming from the SciTech department. But last but not least is our communications department and the services that we offer. So we do presentations like right now. We also have an education program that goes into elementary classes. We're scheduled to go into middle school as well as high school. But we do community presentations, but we would love to come out to your events. We have booth setups where we can go out and give more repellent that you receive right there, as well as brochures and more information about it. But we do want to make sure that this slide is shared because we want to continue to be a partner with the city of Carson. Not only following us on social media, but we want to collaborate with you on social media, encouraging your residents to call us and do an inspection. And if you have a neighbor that maybe has a breeding source, it's okay. It's not snitching. You can go ahead and reach out to us and we will have an uncomfortable conversation with them. But we want to make sure that we are here advocating for public health. So with that, I'll open it up to any questions that you have. This is my contact information, and we are here at your service. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there a link to this presentation that we could provide our staff?
Oh, absolutely.
Maisha, so we can put it out on the little link as a part of your summary. Raise your hand, Maisha. Raven's in the back. Okay. There's Brian. But I want to thank you for coming out and letting me know that females are the ones that bite. So, guys, we're going to be taking all of you out. There's going to be nothing but females sitting on this disc. Oh, that was good information. MPT Hicks.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you, David, for that presentation. My question in your presentation, what is a midge?
A midge. Okay, so a midge is what we like to call a mosquito imposter. So it's a little bit smaller than a mosquito, but it does not bite. It's more of a bothersome nuisance
So it's a gnat.
Yes, absolutely.
It doesn't bite?
It's not biting.
But there was some discussion about a mosquito that's a small mosquito that wasn't a regular sized mosquito. I remember at one point in time they were biting ankle biters.
The Asis mosquito from Asia.
Yes. So you're talking about our Aedes aegypti. So there are two kind of mosquitoes that we're dealing with right now. So we have a Culex mosquito that is native to Los Angeles, but we have an invasive mosquito, which is the one that you're talking about, those ankle biters, and those are the ones that are carrying the dengue fever. So definitely ones that we are on the lookout for, and where that SIT program, that sterile insect technique program, was developed was to fight them, because they like to hide in hard to reach areas as opposed to some of the other ones for the QLEX.
Okay, thank you.
Not the ankle biters.
The ankle biters. Those females also bite too, huh?
They do.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, watch out.
We're going to start at the ankle. Councilman Deere.
Yes, on that subject of the ankle biters, it's an Asian mosquito that came over on some ships apparently, and once they've got a foothold in Southern California, we can't get rid of them. But there is some advantage we have in fighting them. They tend to have a smaller radius of travel from when they're hatched. The mosquitoes that are indigenous to California, they'll travel quite a long distance. But these that carry dengue fever, maybe 100 yards at the most. And so if you were to maybe in your neighborhood, contact all your neighbors and make sure there's no standing water for, say, theoretically 100-yard radius. Within that radius, there'll be no invasive mosquitoes to bite you and infect you with dengue fever. So there is a way to get rid of them by eliminating their ability to lay eggs and larvae hatching into mosquitoes. And they believe, I think it's 9 days they need. So if you find standing water and you find mosquito larvae in that water, please take it and turn it over, let it dry out so they cannot mature into a biting mosquito.
Absolutely. We say no water, no mosquitoes.
No water, no mosquito. Quick question, because I blinked. You said earlier that spraying them was not the way to get rid of a mosquito?
Yes. So it is a way, but from the district standpoint is what we like to use as a last resort, because we do not want to build resistance in the mosquito. So if you continually just spray over and over and over again, it takes stronger and stronger, I would say insecticide, adulticide, and larvicide to kill them. So we try to reserve our pesticide spraying for when there is an example of like dengue or West Nile virus, because we want to make sure that those adults are cut down. But repeatedly doing that is not something that we recommend.
But I can spray at home. Is that what you say?
Excuse me?
I can spray at home.
Oh,
okay.
What we recommend is FDA approved repellents. So that's the reason why we brought some wipes there, and making sure that it has either DEET,
right,
IR 3535, picaridin, and if you like the more natural oil, lemon, eucalyptus. So the key thing is making sure that there's at least 15% of that ingredient there. Having less doesn't make it not effective. It just means that you have to apply it a little bit more frequently.
Okay. There are 3 events that's coming up in the city of Carson. The Country and Westerners this Friday. I don't know if it's too late for you to do a booth, but the Jazz Festival is October 4th at Anderson Park. The Women's Conference is on the 19th here at the Community Center. It's a Women's Health Conference and Business Expo. Aisha and Raven has that information for you. I'd like you to have a booth there, especially at the Women's Conference, because we're talking about health issues. And if you can make it to the Country and Western, I think staff can coordinate that and make it happen. It's this Friday at Dominguez Park.
And that is one of the major pieces here. I'm definitely the representative. You all are Zone 1 from our district standpoint, and we are definitely going to introduce you to our communication specialist, who is going to be very knowledgeable of everyone here, named Brenda Valencia, so that we can try to make sure. I don't know about this Friday, but we are we'll make every effort that we can be there for the Jazz Festival. And you said the women's conference?
The Women's
Oh,
Health
absolutely.
Conference and Business
Okay.
Expo.
And we
It's in
might be
October.
we might be able to pull off the country western too.
If
We'll
you
see.
might, if you can, that'll be great. It's in the evening. We'll understand it's short notice, but those are events that are coming up, and I think that's excellent information that you've been providing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments, Mr. City Manager?
Just real brief. I just wanted to thank our presenter. For the public, could you just share what your first name is again, sir?
David.
Oh, excellent name. Excellent presentation. And just to clarify for the public as well and for our mayor and council, could you tell me what the greatest and the coldest and oldest fraternity, men's fraternity that exists?
It would be Alpha Phi Alpha.
It would be Kappa Alpha.
Thank you so much, sir.
I knew that was. I knew it was a catch to this.
There's a catch. So we'll bring out those women mosquitoes to end all of this real quick. Any other comment? Thank you. You did an excellent job. Appreciate it for coming out. And David, David, we'll always know your name. Okay, thank you so much for that presentation.
Thank you for your time.
Provide Maisha and Raven and Kat is back there and with the link. Where's Christian? They can get it from Maisha, the other field reps.
Great job, David.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much. I'm going to come back to item number 10, Councilman, Dr. Bishop. I'm going to do an update from the Public Relations Commission, and then we'll all go down at one time and take a photo. Madam Chair.
Yes. Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
All right. It's our pleasure to be here. My name is Pamela Pitcher, and I am the chair of the Public Relations Commission. And it is our honor to be here today with all of you to tell you about some of the exciting things that the Public Relations Commission is doing to support the Public Information Office and the City of Carson. Our commission is made up of these beautiful individuals here that are listed. Myself, Dr. Brian Byron Smith, our vice chair, and he had the privilege of giving the devotion this morning, this afternoon. So I was happy to know that he was able to assist in that way on today. Linda Stewart, Madeline Nunley, Sonia Eatman, Dorothy Ross, Dr. Denise Price, Dorcas Wattis, Doretta Sandos, Brent Page, Deborah Washington, and we have one vacancy on our commission at this time. With my commissioners on the Public Relations Commission for the City of Carson, please stand.
Who's appointed?
So these beautiful individuals behind me are on the Public Relations Commission. Our meetings start at 11 a.m. on the fourth Tuesday of every month. The staff that we support are Margie Revilla, Danielle Hasley, Christine Boysa, and Erica Guico. They are awesome to work with. We have a great partnership. We have great understanding on who's to do what and when. So it's a privilege to work with this particular group of people. The public relations responsibilities mainly that we have been working in are in the areas of acting in an advisory capacity to the City Council through the Public Information Office. We have also provided assistance to the Public Information Office for coordinating many of the events and programs throughout the city. So the Public Relations Commission are some of those individuals that you will see at, for example, this recent groundbreaking that was phenomenal for our fiber optic cable. The Public Relations Commission folks were there and in representation in a nice number. We assist with the promoting the Jazz Festival, the Women's Conference, many of the programs that have already been named. We help to promote these events by going to the events, as well as promoting them through our own emails and going throughout the city of Carson. So we are very visible, and you will see us just about everywhere. There were 25 events so far in 2025 that we have had the privilege of supporting. The flagship project that the Public Relations Commission is responsible for is the Why I Like Carson. This is the event that allows us to engage the community with our commission, to gauge the community with the city of Carson. And all of our council members typically attend this event or they're with these young individuals, and it is such a phenomenal thing to participate in. Our goal for the school participation is to increase our participation by 2026 by 25%. So this past year, we touched approximately 5,947 students. So when we increase that number to take it up to the additional 25% that we're wanting to get to, we're gonna have numbers in around, 14,886 students in 15 schools that will be impacted and participating in this particular event. God bless you. The participation last year was 44% of the students that are in LA Unified School District. That total of students is 13,260 students in 28 schools. So as you can see, there is room for growth and for us to build and have more participation. So now I want you to see what it looks like. This is what it looks like. This is the students that are so happy when they get the opportunity to come and be in the house with our city council, with our mayors, with their teachers, with their deans, and have an opportunity to receive an award, to have a meal, to take pictures. So you can see the smiles on their faces. These are the pictures from 2025 and 2024, and you will see some faces that you might recognize. Some of our city council people were right there front and center. So this is what it's all about. This young man's smile is worth way more than anything I could possibly say. Just look at his face.
Look at the mayor's face.
This is what the essay writing contest does for our community. This is what we leave them with when they participate and they engage with the city of Carson. This is a way in which we are encouraging education, we are encouraging writing, we are encouraging free thought, and these young people step out and they participate and have a great time doing so with us. This is the commission and the Public Information Office, the people who make it all happen. Again, my name is Pamela Pitcher, and the commissioners that are here today with us are Commissioner Deborah Washington, Commissioner Dr. Byron Smith, Commissioner Dr. Denise Price, and Commissioner Sonia Eatman. So please, thank you for giving us the opportunity to be here with you today and tell you a little bit about what we do. Are there any questions?
Wow, I just want to say fantastic presentation.
Thank you for the opportunity for us to be here with you and show a little color in the pictures.
Oh, I love
No
it.
black and white. See the smiles.
Excellent presentation.
That's what it's all about.
Can you bring your commissioners up and introduce them to us?
Yes, ma'am. This is Dr. Denise Price.
Hi.
This is Dr. Byron Smith.
Hello, ma'am.
Dr. Bishop Byron Smith. This is our wonderful Deborah Washington. She is the newest member of the commission, and we're so happy to have her.
Thank you. Thank you.
And this is Sonia Eatman. Sonia actually joined during COVID. So when people weren't really, trying to do the business that needed to be done, we had people still willing to come in and help. So we appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here today.
Thank you. Excellent job. Any comments from my colleagues?
Nice presentation. Nice presentation.
Excellent presentation. Yeah, that's. I'm excited about the fact that we are bringing our commissions before us to share with us what they've been working on, because before we didn't know what you guys were doing or what you were saying. So, and it gives you an opportunity to come before the city council and say, toot your own horn. So I appreciate that. Madam Chair, you're doing an excellent job. Thank you very much. And now we will have, go back to our agenda, we'll have a proclamation recognizing September as Sickle Cell Awareness Month that will be presented by our doctor, our bishop, our councilman, Hilton. Meet us at the podium.
Doctor.
Is David's mom, David? Hey, Mom, how are you? Come on up. And Dad, come on, Pop. I didn't think y'all wasn't together. I ain't seen y'all not together in 40 years myself. Tonight we come together to recognize Sickle Cell Awareness Month in the city of Carson. And this cause is very close to my heart. My childhood friend, David Aubrey, lived with the disease for many years. Through every challenge, David showed incredible courage and strength right up until his final breath a few years ago. And this evening is my honor to present this award to his father and mother. They're joined tonight by many members of their family who remain committed to keeping David's memory alive and shining a light on the fight against sickle cell disease. Let us continue to raise awareness, to stand with families like the Aubreys, and to work together towards the future where this disease is no longer a burden for any family. And let me read this proclamation. The Congressional Black Caucus of the House of Representatives passed a resolution in 1983 asking President Ronald Reagan to proclaim September as Sickle Cell Awareness Month. President Ronald Reagan signed a proclamation 5102, National Sickle Cell Anemia Awareness Month, and invited all Americans to reduce the burden of illness, disability, and premature death brought on the disease. And whereas sickle cell disease, also known as SCD, is the most common inherited blood disorder that affects 100,000 Americans, primarily African Americans and Hispanic Americans. And according to the Center for Disease Control statistics, SCD occurs among about 1 in 13 African Americans, and approximately 1 in 100 Hispanic Americans carry the gene for the disease. SCD gets the same name for the abnormal crescent of sickle-shaped red blood cells that block from the normal flow of blood, oxygen, throughout their body. Some survivors can experience intermittent episodes of pain, difficulty with vision, and serious fatigue. Other survivors experience the disease more acutely, making them susceptible to infections, strokes, or even organ failure. Efforts to support citizens affected by this disease necessitate steadfast support, research regarding the treatment and management of this disease. And this month, we take a moment to recognize all Americans with SCD and celebrate our progress towards future treatments. And U.S. Congress has designated September as National Sickle Cell Awareness Month to help focus attention on the need for research and treatment of sickle cell disease. Now, therefore, the mayor and the city council of Carson, California, do hereby proclaim the month of September as Sickle Cell Awareness Month and encourages citizens to learn more about the disease and assist it in any way they can to continue our efforts to search for a cure, increase research, treatment options, and providing access to care for people with sickle cell disease and the sickle cell trait. Dated this day, the 16th day of September, signed by our mayor, Lula Davis Holmes, our Mayor Pro Tem, Cedric Hicks, Councilmember Jim Deere, Councilwoman Arlene Rojas, our City Clerk, Kalia Bradshaw, and yours truly, Councilmember Jawan Hilton. Mother, you want to say something?
Yes, I do. Mother say something with her bad self. I'm telling you.
Bessie Alberry, Daniel's mother, I went to David's funeral. His birthday was yesterday. He was 45 years old. And we decorated his birthday, and I had an auntie live more than anybody with sickle cell disease. They wrote a book on my auntie in 2013. The name of the book is Lena Bell, and the author is Hugh Chapman. It's Barnes & Noble had it's in the Common Sense commercial. So she the longest, oldest person that lived with sickle cell. When she had it, they didn't know what she had. She went through the crisis by herself. They thought she had arthritis, which she didn't. So she had a doctor come out of New York, and that's when he started treating her. And they were transferring her blood out and giving her new blood. And so they tried it with my son one or two times. And when they called me from Harvard General, said, David, we got some medicine for some new medicine. I said, well, David done passed already. So David was a smart child. He was a beautiful child. And he was a biochemistry, real estate, insurance, and a financial planner. At 33 when he passed. And I have 28 grandkids. I have 33 great-grandkids. Had a set of twins born on the 10th. And I'm a fifth generation. I'm 88, and my husband is 90. Yeah. He got a little touch of dementia. And I've been married to him 67 years, made it 10th. Yes. And I thank the Lord that we're still in the land of the living. And I thank the Lord to let us see this blessing that he give us. Because my mama died at 27, and she left babies behind. My daddy had 8 kids by my mama, and my stepmama, he had 12. So my daddy had 20 kids. I had 14 sisters and 6 brothers. So it's 12 girls living and 1 boy living out of 20 kids. Wow. But God blessed me with 7, 5 boys and 2 girls. All right. Uh-huh. So anyway, I thank you guys for letting me get up and talk.
Mother.
Because I know how to talk.
Yeah.
She has a number. We want to take a picture with them first, and then she has a number of family members that's here. We want to get them in the picture as well.
And I want to say, Mama, girl, you putting us all to shame today.
And my son said, Mama,
check her shoes.
Said, Mama, don't you get up and start singing now.
Oh, I used to go to church with Mama at Praises of Zion. Yeah. Oh, she gonna make me some peach cobbler. She know what I want from scratch. 88. Isn't this wonderful? Beautiful. And listen to her tell the story. I'm loving it. And you got your earrings going, girl. I know you do. I said, that's my son right there. I gotta go.
Alright, here we go. We're gonna look right here. Beautiful. One more, everyone, right here. Thank you. And then hold on, we're gonna have our family.
Come on down, family. Ooh, Lord, big family. Oh, Lord, I love it. I love it. Come on down. This is just a little.
Come on down, family. Come on down.
Come over here. One of you guys can come over here. Let's send one on this side. Come over here, sweetie. Come back, scoot back, scoot back, scoot back. Are we good?
Jacket, come up a little bit. I can't see you right there.
Can't you wanted to come on this side?
So in the jean jacket, just move your head back. Yep. All right, everyone's looking right here. And then ma'am over here, just move your head. You can take a little walk. Wait, not you in the pool. There it is. There it is. All right, here we are. Beautiful. Lovely. Hold on, one more. Jean jacket, move a little bit this way. There we go. And everyone's looking right at this camera. There we go. One more right here, everyone. Lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
One more time.
One more thing. What you guys say? Did the planning commission, in public relations, did they all leave?
Got one thing.
Looks like they did.
Oh.
Priest David's funeral. That's what I forgot to tell you.
Tell it,
Yeah,
honey.
he got to preach David's funeral.
All right.
And they went to school with David. David had so many people at his funeral. He's right behind you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mama.
Buy that book. The name of the book is Lena Bell Bell. And the view,
Is it on?
Commissioners, please come up so I can get a photo.
It's on Lena Bell
Public
Bell
Relations
Bell.
Commission, please
And the
come to the
author
front.
is
Public
Hugh
Relations Commission.
Chapman.
Now that
It
we
came
have
out in
extra time here.
2013.
All
It's
right,
in the
Mama.
hall of what you call it. But I thank the Lord for it.
All right, let's give Mama some love,
All
y'all.
right,
Thank you,
Mama.
Mama. We love you. You and
Mama.
Pop.
Peach cobbler.
Okay, man, give me a picture. Take a picture of me and her.
Oh, she wants.
Yeah, yes. I want my own picture right there.
Hey, Mama, yes, yeah. Right here, everyone.
Thank you. I talked to Maddie. You talked to Maddie?
Give me your number.
Okay, then. Mama, I'll call you. Okay. You got my number. I think so. Get her number. Give her my number. Aisha's going to get his phone number. Okay. Get Mama's number. Mama mad.
Come on. You got that right.
I already know.
We already know.
You guys all in.
One more photograph.
Pictures, she'll take pictures in the morning. So I don't know.
She's right here.
Somebody got that?
She needs to be forward. Yeah, she's to be forward. Now let's move back.
Move back over here. This one's
Yeah.
Come on back.
right here.
Madam Mayor, I just want to acknowledge, Madam Mayor, I want to acknowledge Elizabeth. It's her and her husband's dating anniversary tonight.
Oh.
Her Elizabeth, our photographer, is her and her husband's dating anniversary today.
Your dating anniversary.
Outstanding.
Oh. Well, we're going to try to get you out of here early so you can continue dating.
Oh, yeah, get that date on now. It's my mama's birthday.
We're done. Thank you, everyone.
September 23rd.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Mommy's birthday, September 23rd.
All communications from matters listed on the agenda. Madam City Clerk.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We do have a few comment cards for item 34, which is a public hearing. So just letting you know, since we're on that item, those are the cards. I have a few for non-agenda as well.
Okay, you can either speak on the, when we get to the public hearing, or you can speak now. You can only speak once. So you want to wait, how many? You have how many cards?
I have 4 for 34 and 3 for non-agenda.
If you're here speaking on item 34, you can speak now, or you can wait until the agenda item comes up.
Okay.
What's your name?
What's your name? Sang. So Sang, you want to speak now? Okay.
Okay. Item 34.
Yes, this is for item 34. Evening. Councilmember Rojas, Councilmember Deere, Councilmember Hicks, Councilmember Hilton, Madam Mayor, my name is Sang. I'm with the Asian Pacific Environmental Network, also known as APEN. We are a nonprofit here in the city of Carson. We've been here for the past 2.5 years, door knocking residents all across Carson. We've talked to over 20,000 residents across the city. This past year, we've been speaking to residents about the closure of the 66 Refinery. And we've been talking to them about whether or not they know that the closure is happening. We've also been gathering information about what they want to see happen next after the closure, as well as what they want to see in terms of the cleanup. We support the extension of the moratorium to give more time for preparation and planning. And we also would like to ask that the city consider the development of a task force that will have elements of community, of city, of workers, of health, of frontline communities to be able to have oversight around both the closure, the redevelopment, and the cleanup. We're going to be back on the doors next week talking to residents about the closure and providing information to residents about what's happening, as well as gathering information from them about what they want to see happen next. And we feel like it's vital that this input be considered in terms of the next steps for the 66 refinery. We held a town hall in August with over 100 residents, workers, families, electeds who came out to talk to each other about how can we come together to build a future where we can build things that will benefit the city and the residents, both health and environment. So again, I'm here to ask that the council support the extension of the moratorium and consider that we give more time for planning and preparation as this refinery is considering its next steps. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else want to speak on this item? 3, come on down.
Can I just have your name so I know which card to pull?
Yes, my name is Kaya Lay.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you, Ms. Lay. You have 3 minutes.
Okay. Good evening, Madam Mayor and its distinguished council members. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak on important matters to me. And I also want to say happy Mexican Independence Day today. My name is Kaya Marina, and I'm a member of the Asian Pacific Environmental Network, also known as APEN, who has been working on the transparency of the closure of the Phillips 66 refineries, and that has impacted the Carson residents. I had the chance to speak to Carson residents through this APEN's door knocking campaign, and I thought it was very enlightening. For the residents I did speak to, some folks wanted a Burger King, some folks wanted affordable housing, some folks wanted a racetrack that are accessible to cars that are not Porsches, and it was really valuable experience and very valuable conversations to have. And I think it's really important to hear what communities, residents have to say about this huge space and property that is closing as a way to support and benefit the residents that are here. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop there, and I just wanna say that I support the call for the extension of the moratorium, and so that we can mobilize community members and residents to take public comment and ask the city councils to extend the moratorium for another 12 months to provide enough time for evaluation and negotiation for this to occur. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lay.
The next person?
Sanchez? Okay. Thank you, Kay. You have 3 minutes.
Hello, council members and mayor. My name is Kay Sanchez. I'm with the Asian Pacific Environmental Network, and I would also like to echo my colleagues' support for an extension, for a 12-month extension of the moratorium. In the original ordinance of the moratorium, it was cited that the moratorium was put in place so that city council would have time to conduct environmental analysis of the site, to create plans around the general plan and zoning, and just in order to create more transparency between the city council and the refinery on what happens next when this extreme change happens. Through our talks with not only the residents, but also with members of the city council and other levers of the city, we have realized that the purpose of the original ordinance has not been met. We do not have more information about the environmental state of the site, and we do not have more clarification on plans. And I think that as a result, we should have another 12 months in order to adequately prepare the community for this extreme transition, not only for the city, who's going to have to be doing so much of the development and conduct so much oversight around the cleanup, but also for the community who has been the backbone of the refinery for the 100+ years that it's been in operation, and who will deal most with the economic impact of its leaving. So I would like to support the extension of the moratorium in order to provide more time for our community to come together and put together a plan for transition. And I would like to echo my support for Sang's call for a task force in order to adequately use this 12 months to its full potential. A dedicated team working for that extension of 12 months would focus on that and be able to use those 12 months in order to make the progress cited in the original ordinance, which is so important to us. And so when the original ordinance was declared, we were very happy that the city of Carson was getting ahead of the closure in order to like advocate for its residents. And with that in mind, we would like to ask to extend that moratorium. So because the reasons cited in the original ordinance we completely support and we're completely behind, and we just want to make sure it's satisfactorily met. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kay. Are you Jesse?
It's Jonathan. Hi. Jesse.
What? Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, it's broken. Okay. Hello, Madam Mayor, Council. I'm here also on behalf of APEN, but I'm also here as a Carson resident. In fact, I live over just by Callis Park. And while I do see that the moratorium needs to be extended, I would also like to add that if it is at all possible to try and communicate this situation better to the residents of Carson, because as you might know, the town hall was mentioned earlier and about 50 people showed up. Clearly that is not all of Carson. And I highly doubt that my neighbors, my peers, and much of Carson in total knows very well about the refinery shutdown or even any plans to do with the refinery shutdown. So if for the sake of public transparency, I would like to ask for maybe flyers, social media posts, something, anything to get the word out. But that is all. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Madam Mayor, that concludes the comment cards that I have for agenda items.
For agenda items, okay. I'm going to take the liberty of the chair to open deal with number 34, the public hearing.
Madam Mayor, you're going to take up 34 now? Yes. Okay.
Madam Clerk, was the agenda properly posted?
Yes, Madam Mayor, thank you. The notice of the public hearing to consider adopting interim urgency ordinance number 25-2517U. The proof of the timely publication was received. The agenda posting requirements were met. The posting affidavits are on file in my office, and we did not receive any written communication for this item.
Thank you. The public hearing was open. We're going to open it. We already had public comments. So
can we, you can close the public hearing, but then can you go to consent first and then come back to this?
Oh, okay. Let's go to the consent calendar at the request of my city attorney.
You want the minutes too, Madam Mayor?
Oh, let's approve the minutes first.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Been moved and properly second. Please cast your vote.
Huh?
Go ahead, sorry. Motion carries.
Thank you. Now we'll go to the consent calendar items 13 through 32.
Madam, move the consent calendar items.
It's been moved and properly second. Anyone like to pull an item? Hearing none, please cast your vote.
I'll like to pull an item. Madam Mayor, I will pull item number 23, 25, 26, item 30, and item 32.
Okay, the consent calendar has been approved. A motion to approve with the exception of item 23, 25, 26, 30, and 32. for approval of the remainder of the consent calendar. Cast your vote.
Motion carries.
Item number 23, Councilman Deere.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, item 23, it is a motion to consider shifting October 7th, 2025 regular city council meeting, which was, of course, would be the first Tuesday of the month, to a meeting to be on September 30th, 2025 by minute order. So I looked over the staff report. It gives no reason whatsoever for the move. So for sake of transparency to the public, what is the reason the staff is putting this on the agenda to move this meeting? There must be a reason.
I requested that it be on the agenda because I will be out of the country for the first meeting in October, and I want to make sure that I was here for the meeting, and it gives you we're meeting bi-weekly. So it's my request.
Okay, I see. Okay, well, that wasn't in the staff report, so it's just one page of information, and that's really not enough. So I will make a motion to approve the moving of our October 7th, 2025 regular city council meeting to the date of September 30th, 2025.
I'll second that. Any objection, any comment? Hearing none, please cast your vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 25, Councilman.
Yes, thank you. Item 25 has a comprehensive list of actions all in one routine matter of business as a consent calendar item. And if I could bring your attention to item number 8 on the list, it says waive further reading, adopt resolution number 25-016, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Carson, California, amending the classification plan resolution number 77-111. And then by amending and restating the job classification specification and salary allocation for deputy city manager. Now, I'm being told that we're going to have 2 deputy city managers. Is that accurate? Could maybe the staff enlighten us on what's happening there? Because it doesn't specify it. I looked in the staff report and I couldn't see any explanation.
That's correct.
So do you need that written down, or you just hire 2 people or you want us to approve 2 positions, 2 salaried positions?
No, sir. This isn't to approve 2 positions. This is to approve 1 position.
And then you'll come back with another one?
No, there was already 1 funded.
Oh, so this is additional?
That's correct.
I see. Okay. All right. Thank you for the clarification.
Sure.
And I will move approval of item number 25.
Been moved and properly second. Any further comment, questions? Hearing none, cast your vote.
Motion carries.
Item number 26, Councilman.
Thank you. Item 26 is to consider issuing the 10-day report pursuant to Government Code Section 65858D regarding interim urgency ordinance number 24-2416U, which extended a temporary 45-day moratorium on consideration of applications and approval and issuance of permits and entitlements for commercial or industrial redevelopment and subsequent use of current oil refinery sites within the city of Carson following cessation of refinery operations. And this is a recommended action by the City Council. Could we have a staff report to explain the rationale for that, please?
Sure. Thank you. Councilman Deere, I'll have our Assistant City Manager, Dr. Robert Lennox, give a brief report in regards to the 10-day report.
Thank you, City Manager. Good evening, Madam Mayor and Council. As City Manager mentioned,
This 10-day report is a requirement pursuant to Government Code Section 65858, Section D, which provides that at least 10 days prior to the expiration of a moratorium or any extension, that the City Council must issue a written report describing the measures taken to alleviate the condition which led to its adoption. As a reminder, the Council did adopt the moratorium back on November 6, 2024, and then an extension through urgency ordinance number 24-2416U, which extended it by 10 months and 15 days for the temporary moratorium. So this is a bit of protocol and a requirement to issue the 10-day report independent of whether the council decides to extend or let the moratorium expire.
Thank you. Madam City Attorney.
And during the time that you've had the moratorium in place, we've worked with environmental consultants to look at compliance issues related to the refinery to ensure that other than the current compliance issue that they have, there have been no other major compliance issues. The Planning Commission, the City Council took the action of changing the general plan related to the refinery to require a specific plan for any future developments that redevelopments that would take place, thereby giving full discretion to this council body as to what uses go into that site. We looked at zoning. Staff looked at whether it would be appropriate to change the zoning. Consultants, environmental consultants and planning consultants recommended against any other zonings there at this time until some remedial work is done, and then the issue can be revisited and given the location of the refinery. So there has been a lot of steps that have been taken. Actually, the young lady that spoke from the environmental group, they've issued a white paper that I've been wanting to forward to the council, and I haven't had a chance. They forwarded it to me. They've complimented the city council for your approach and your quick action that you took as soon as the announcement about the refinery being shut down was made. The white paper goes into great detail that you're looking at the general plan amendment requiring the specific plan is you've gone above and beyond what City of LA and other cities where they have had refineries become idle or decommissioned. If the moratorium is not extended and there's a redevelopment application submitted, we would work with environmental consultants. We would look at permitting issues. We would hire consultants to make sure that the refinery is being idled or decommissioned or redeveloped in compliance with all state and federal regulations. That's something that's really outside of the city's jurisdiction, but what the city can do is to hire the appropriate experts to monitor what the refinery is doing to ensure that they're following the law. And that would absolutely be something we would recommend to the council, and we would take the action to do. There would be an environmental impact report. The community would have great opportunity to participate in that. There would be workshops. So I just wanted to elaborate on the 10-day report to inform you what staff have done, what consultants have done, and where we're at this point.
I just want to make sure, even though if we pass this as written, that the community would have an opportunity to have the input into everything that goes in, because I'm hearing that's what the request is.
The 10-day report is just a report that says what we've done during the moratorium. So it's not passing anything. You're just sort of receiving and filing it. Mm-hmm. The next item where I said, let's deal with this first, you will have an opportunity to decide whether you want to extend the moratorium or not. And the moratorium doesn't expire until October 18th. So you will have another council meeting. Should your direction to us be that we want to extend the moratorium, you could instruct the staff to bring it back and extend the moratorium. Should you decide you don't see any further need for extending the moratorium, it could just expire. But I will address that when we get to that
Okay.
public hearing item.
But this item that was pulled by my colleague is just the 10-day
It's just the
report.
receive and file. It's just to provide information. It's required by law. It's just a 10-day report.
Thank you.
Madam Mayor?
Yes, Council.
Okay, usually it says receive and file on it. This one didn't have that. But I'm really glad that I pulled it because you made a clear explanation of why it's there, what it is, for the transparency purposes. I think that's really important. And the public really needs to know because this is a huge piece of land in Carson that's going to transition into another use. And we want to make sure it's healthy for our residents. So having said that, Madam Mayor, I will make a motion to approve staff recommendation on item number 26.
Second.
Been moved and properly second. Please cast your vote.
Motion carries.
That's item number 26. Item 30.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Okay, item 30 is consider an updated standard management procedure 2.11 for event attendance and reporting. This was discussed extensively, at least a half an hour or longer at a previous city council meeting. So there have been some adjustments to it, I believe, and since this is a consent calendar item, it probably should be made into an item that the public could understand what's happening, why it's happening, and because we're dealing with taxpayers' money here, and it's important that the public knows why we're spending the money that we're spending, I think. And so, Madam Mayor, having said that, I'd like to ask the staff to give us a report on this for the public.
Thank you. Mr. City Manager.
Sure. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you, Councilmember Deere. And thank you for pulling the item because we did want to be able to speak to the items and areas in which would be specified and specifically updated for this SMP 2.11 standard management procedure. This item is included on the agenda at the request of our mayor, Lula Davis Holmes, and provides the City Council an opportunity to consider and approve proposed updates to the SMP. This item was previously on the September 2nd, 2025 City Council meeting agenda and is being brought back to the City Council for additional consideration and updates. Within these updates, primarily this background represents and provides updates regarding travel for the City Council, city staff, and as well as potential commissioners that are eligible. The specific items and areas in which are being updated, our city attorney has the language to be able to read into the record, so that way our city clerk will have that information as well as the public. So I'm going to allow the city attorney at this time to go ahead and provide that information for the record, Madam Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you. And a copy of the revised SMP is available for members of the public. I have red lines if anybody's interested, but I will read them into the record so we have clarity. Under section Roman numeral 2A, the definitions of what a conference and convention is, we are adding that in addition to gatherings of professional or governmental organization, associations, or agencies normally requiring attendance of two or more days, we're adding or an event or activity attended by invitation from a foreign governmental dignitary to engage in activities in an official city capacity serving a direct purpose to the city. That's being added. On section H, under commissions and boards, it's being added that any event outside the continental United States involving a sister city with whom a commissioner has a unique relationship and such event is of benefit to the city at the time it is being added that the commissioners could potentially travel to such an event. At time of city council consideration, based on relevant factors, including but not limited to duration and hardship of travel and nature of the commissioner's involvement in the event, council may determine whether business class airfare reimbursement is necessary. And the reason this was added, because I will read into the record that there will be a modification where international travel that's 8 hours longer, it could be business fare, but when it comes to commissioners, the council will have the sole discretion to decide that based on the role that the commissioners playing, whether they have to attend meetings immediately when we get there or not. And that will be taken into consideration at a public meeting on a case-by-case situation. So then the city is very transparent and the public can know exactly what's happening. There's also, in addition, number 3 under H that says all requests must be approved by city council in advance through the agenda process. So we want to clarify that. Last time when we were talking about travel and business fair, there was a lot of dialogue about whether it was going to be from east of United States and on, whether it was going to be midpoint of United States. There was talk about the duration, and the city manager and I felt that it was a lot of confusing language, and we wanted to make sure that we're clarifying, so we keep it for only situations that's reasonable and necessary. So the language we've brought back, and I want to read it into the record so there's no ambiguity, basically adds under travel that this part is already in it. The total cost of air travel, including all taxes, parking fees, and transfer fees, will be paid directly to the city's travel agent or city employee upon submission of invoice and receipts. Total cost is limited to the cost of a round-trip coach class airfare, including economy or economy plus designated seat selection that facilitate travelers being seated next to each other to conduct business, or that provides additional space or legroom, such as aisle or exit row seating if necessary, to appropriately accommodate the physical attributes of the traveler. So we wanted to be clear, if 2 council members or 2 staff are traveling and it is more efficient for the taxpayers for the 2 of them to sit next to each other, we're not gonna just force them to get the cheaper seats that would be middle seats, and you lose that communication. Or if you have a very, very tall person and they need to be sitting at aisle, but these are still economy. This is if you have to pay $20 more to get a little bit more legroom, or $30 more to get a seat next to each other. That's for that purpose. Then we go on to add, notwithstanding anything in this policy, a traveler may request a round trip higher than coach class airfare if required by law as reasonable accommodations to a disability. We've had situations where staff had to request for disability. That's just state law. We don't really need to put it in here, but we felt now that we're cleaning up the SMP, let's just include it so Madam Treasurer can have it and it's all in one document together. Then we added, notwithstanding the foregoing, city council members may fly and be reimbursed for business class for flights outside of the continental United States that are a duration of at least 8 hours or more, provided that the city council member has booked well in advance and conducted every due diligence to ensure the price of the business class ticket is reasonable prior to booking. The city manager shall have discretion to deny a business class ticket purchase if such due diligence did not occur. And then we add that notwithstanding sections 3A5C and sections 3A5E of this policy, when reasonable and necessary, the city manager may recommend specific council field representatives or department heads to accompany city council members on travel outside the continental United States. Such recommendations shall be presented for approval by city council at a hearing, and such approval shall include authorization for business class airfare reimbursement for department heads for flights that are a duration of at least 8 hours, but shall not include authorization for business class airfare reimbursement for council field representatives. And lastly, the per diem section E has been changed from $83 per day to $125 per day, breakfast $25, lunch $35, dinner $65, and a line has been added that should, given unique circumstances, someone miss the complimentary food provided at a conference upon submission of a receipt that they were forced to buy food because for some reason at the conference they didn't make it there, or they had a meeting, or maybe the conference ended the buffet by the time they got there. Upon submission of the receipt, they should be reimbursed for what they actually spent on food because they missed the lunch or breakfast. provided at the conference. And I hope that clarifies the new policies going forward.
Councilman Deere.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, I have a few more questions.
Sure.
You mentioned a word, I think you said dignitary. I don't know that word. You mean a dignitary?
Dignitary, thank you.
Yeah, okay, all right. And the dignitary could be any elected official or government employee, a higher employee. How is that defined?
I think if the council wants to define it further, they can. The situation the city manager and I were thinking about is if a foreign government that serves a purpose to this city, that's why we clarified that it has to be someone from a country that actually is relevant to this community, that would have a public purpose that
like
would
a
help.
sister city, for instance.
It could be a sister city. It could be, if you have a large Filipino population and the Philippines invites a council member to go visit, to learn about the culture, to learn about the inner workings of the relationships between that government and our city and how they can help improve our community and the living communal situation of our city and our residents, things like that. So if I understand the question you're asking, that's the best we came up with. But if the council wants to define it further, the council can. We were thinking situation where government entity invites one of you.
Okay, appreciate that explanation. This seems to be minute detail and very specific aspects. Generally, I think we should keep things more straightforward and let the city manager make a determination. If, for instance, if there's an invitation from someone from Italy to one of us to go to Italy to talk about getting a sister city, that information should be given to the city manager as opposed to us defining in minute detail what is acceptable, what's not acceptable. It's good to have a written policy, but as you can see, I asked for this to be pulled off the consent calendar because if I did not, it would have just been passed as a routine order of business, and this is quite involved. So I had another question I wrote down here. Okay, so then you also want to include commissioners to go business class if they're representing the city. Is that what you mean by that, or
No.
they're going to? Okay.
The language recommended says that if there's a commissioner that has a unique relationship or a unique, I forgot the language. They add value to a sister city program, then the council can decide, one, if that commissioner should go on the sister city trip, and two, if that commissioner is allowed to go on the sister city trip, is that commissioner going business class or coach? So the council has full discretion at a public meeting to decide that issue.
I see. Well, I like to take the politics out of it because suppose it's a commissioner that one or more council members don't like. And they get to other council members and say, oh, let's not do it for this person, but let's do it for someone else that we do like. There should be a policy that applies to everyone fairly and everyone equally. So I would suggest this be written so that it applies to people because of their position, not what their name is, what their ethnicity is, or who they know. It should be a policy that is fair and even and applies equally to everyone. That's a healthy city government that does that. That's another reason I pulled this off. That's my second question.
It's up to the council to decide what you want the language to be. We believed when we were looking at it, because the city has so many commissioners, that that should not be something that the city manager decides. It should be safe for the discretion of the council to decide what is in the best interest of the city. So it was brought, and a lot of cities do it this way, that for international travel, whether it involves their staff or commissioners, the city council retains the discretion. And for public transparency, instead of having a policy that anybody can go, they want to have a public hearing for the public knows why the council is deciding to send the commissioner.
Yeah, I think that's important to explain
well, that's
why.
what this says. That's what this report says.
This backs this up. This is basically the research that was done from other cities as to how they allow any staff, for that matter, or commissioners to be able to travel. This was just something that we piggybacked as a city as to what other entities were doing, so that way we knew we were in compliance, for one, and for two, again, the transparency aspect. So just allowing that particular case-by-case basis to come before you all as a council to be able to determine yay or nay.
Okay, for instance, in the past, we've taken trips to Japan because that's a very active sister city, Soka, Japan. And the city has paid for the chairperson of the Sister Cities Commission, Sister Cities organization, which is affiliated with the city. That person may or may not be a commissioner. So would they still be eligible to be sent representing the city, or they have to be a commissioner? Because it said commissioner.
It says that in addition to whoever normally goes, if there's a commissioner that the council believes should be on the trip because they have a unique attribute that adds to the trip and it's in the public interest, then the council has discretion to decide if they want to send that commissioner.
And then this would come on the agenda, obviously, many months before the actual trip in order to have the most economical price or cost to the taxpayers.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you for the explanation.
Thank you. I think a lot of time went into this, and for transparency, I don't agree. You know, we all have our opinion, but I don't want to put this on our city manager. I think it should come before the city council on a case-by-case basis. It deals with our sister city and our commissioners, and not everyone. And not all of us are going to be traveling outside, and we'll need, you know. So I want to thank our city attorney and staff for going back and then researching the way we asked them to come up with a policy that was in guidelines and based upon what other cities are doing. So I would not recommend changing anything because a lot of work went into this. I don't agree with the fact that, you know, we're going to be voting. Those days are over. We vote for what's best in the city, not who I like and who I don't like. It's based upon what is best for the city. If the council decides that we want a director to go or a field rep, that's something this council should decide and not put it upon the shoulders of our city manager, who can be, you know, if we go back and look at past mayors, which I don't do, going down saying what they want. Everything that I propose is transparent. It comes to the city council, and I don't force our city manager into doing anything. Tell him immediately, let's take it to the city council and let the entire city council make a decision. And so therefore, I would like to recommend that this policy be passed as written because a lot of work went into it. So my motion is to approve staff's recommendation.
I'll second the motion.
It's been moved and probably second. Bishop was the seconder on it. He was whispering, but he did. Yeah, he said second. You didn't have your mic on. Says, okay, Jim, he said give it to you.
He didn't have his mic on? The bishop didn't have his mic on?
He didn't have his mic on either.
Use
okay, Councilman Deere, second the motion. Oh, you did? Oh, you did? Okay. Okay, we're good. Cast your vote.
Okay, under the discussion?
Oh, I thought we discussed it.
Well, we had questions for staff.
Okay, discuss
which is
it.
Preliminary to a motion being made. Now there's a motion on the floor. It's been moved and seconded, and naturally we have discussion of the motion. So I want to say that I have mixed feelings about this. It is a lot of aspects of it is very practical, and it makes a lot of sense. I'm just not sure that The transparency is really going to be there all the time. I'm not sure that people are going to vote according to what's best for the city, because obviously, if I had not pulled this off the calendar tonight, it would have simply quietly passed, and no one in the room here would even know what happened.
That's not true.
So, excuse me, sorry. So that's why I brought it up, because I think it's really important that we discuss these things, and I appreciate the staff did a very good job, and the city attorney did a very good job explaining it, giving rationale, and I think that's very important. So I'm going to vote yes on this item. I still have reservations about some aspects of it, but we'll see. The future will tell us whether it's done fairly or not. And if it's not, I certainly will bring it to the attention of the public.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for pulling the item. It was one of the items that I was going to pull. Dr. Hilton.
Oh, Madam Mayor, I wasn't going to pull the item. Reason being is because we discussed it for an hour and 30 minutes last week, 2 weeks ago. So I thought it was pretty transparent.
Thank you.
The people, some people are watching, some people are, they've been at work all day. I just think if we spent an hour and 30 minutes on it on the last meeting, we should be about the people's business and try to get done and be productive. So I wasn't going to pull it. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Any other dialogue, discussion? It's been moved and properly second.
Waiting on the votes.
Oh, we
Wait on the vote.
Thank you. Motion carries.
That's item 32. Okay, we'll go back to the 30.
Yeah, I requested item
32.
and 32, both.
Yeah, I have 30, so 32.
Okay, thank you. On item 32, this is consider acceptance of a quitclaim easement from Southern California Edison Company concerning easement previously granted by the city, which pertains to a narrow section of Carriage Crest Park located at the northwest corner of the site of the park itself, which is at the northeast corner of Figueroa and Sepulveda in District Number 2, which I represent. Recommended action is to approve the easement transfer, and I am not opposed to that. The reason I pulled it is it gave me an opportunity to ask a big question to the staff. The question is, since we're discussing Carriage Crest Park and it's on the agenda, what is the completion date of the park in its expanded to 3 times the size that it was? It's Carriage Crest Park. My residents living around the park have asked me, when will it be completed? And I'd like to ask that question myself to the city manager and or his staff, whoever he designates. And I think he has Dr. Arlington is very knowledgeable about this, and I'm sure he can answer the question for the public.
Mr. City Manager.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. And so we actually have a number of experienced and knowledgeable.
A number of answers?
Yes. It's all the same answer, so that's a good thing. And I'm going to go with, out of the 3 most knowledgeable, I'm going to go with actually right now Mr. Whitaker, who is the Director of Community Services, Parks and Recreation, since he's got his mic lit up. So he's ready to answer that for us.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. To the Mayor and Council, in regards to Carriage Crest Park, it has been a long process. We actually did a walkthrough today and reviewing the different amenities of the actual site. We know that the construction will be completed in 2026. We anticipate, I cannot give an exact date because construction, we have all different types of issues in regards to this particular process. And so currently, we're looking at April of 2026. We don't know the exact date of that, but we are online for April of 2026 for a completion date for Carriage Crest Park.
Thank you very much. Anything you're adding, Mr. City Manager, to that? Great.
No, that's the current date and time that I had, and staff has been pushing to ensure that completion date. So,
well, that was the information that we wanted, so it's much appreciated, and I will move approval of consent item 32 as staff recommended.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, cast your vote.
Motion carries. I'm making a note that Councilwoman Rojas wasn't here for the vote.
Okay. We're going to now go back to item number 34, a public hearing. Mr. City Manager. It was open and closed, the public hearing.
sure. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Item 34 is the consideration of extending a temporary moratorium of applications and approval and issuance of permits and entitlements for commercial or industrial redevelopment and subsequent use of current oil refinery sites within the city of Carson following cessation of refinery operations and declaring the urgency thereof for the city council. This item will be as an ordinance. We wanted to have an opportunity for you to ask any questions. I'm going to allow at this particular time our assistant city manager who has staff, I believe, that's going to be could provide information and answer questions if need be. So I believe that's going to be, is it Ms. McKenna at this time?
Yes, I want to make sure everyone knows the public hearing was open and it was closed. And so now we're on the reports from hearing from our staff.
So our planning manager, Ms. McKenna Alexander, she will be here at the podium to answer any questions. Can provide a brief update if need be, but definitely wanted the council to be able to ask whichever questions is necessary so that the public has a clear understanding as to this particular item as it is stated on said agenda.
Good evening, Madam Chair, Madam Mayor Lila Davis Holmes and the Honorable City Council. Again, McKenna Alexander, the planning manager. I'm here for any questions regarding this matter. As a brief, it was explained earlier by our attorney, city attorney, Sunny Saltani, that this matter is being brought to you for the opportunity to either extend the urgent ordinance or allow the ordinance to expire. And again, this is regarding the matter for ordinance number, ordinance number 2416, which is extended by 10 months and 15 days back on last year, December 3rd. Staff is here for any questions, as well as our city attorney and assistant city manager, Dr. Robert Lennox. Thank you.
I was just going to add that we're not really asking for any direction tonight because this item was on, I mean, we're not asking you for action tonight. We're asking you for direction as to what you want us to do for the next council meeting. You could allow the moratorium to expire and take no action, or you can extend the moratorium for another year. I think Ms. Alexander would agree with me that we have completed the tasks we wanted to complete at the staff level during the moratorium, such as requiring the specific plan that retains the discretion to the city council for future of this site and will allow you to require environmental consultants. We've retained environmental consultants that have looked at if there are any violations of concerns or discharges of concerns, and other than what is already being prosecuted by the federal government, there has been nothing else that's been identified. And we have already retained an environmental consultant that is going to monitor the decommissioning or idling of the refinery very closely and make sure that the proper permits are being requested in compliance with state and federal laws. And we will periodically report to the council and the community as to that, how that is progressing. After the moratorium expires, Phillips 66 can submit an application for redevelopment. As soon as the redevelopment application is submitted, we would commence a process of retaining environmental experts to start an environmental impact report. And it would be tons of public hearings where the public could participate in all of that.
The application process cannot start until the moratorium expires.
Exactly.
And what are the pros and cons of, do you have any?
Well, I mean, the pros and cons are that if I believe that, and I'd like to hear from Ms. Alexander, I believe that we have at the staff level put the city in the best position to have the fullest extent of discretion over the future uses of this project. And I don't know what purpose the extension of the moratorium would serve at this point. We believe that it is almost better if a redevelopment application comes in so the council can start thinking about what you want the future of this site to look like, so you can start the remedial process on the site. We have been informed that the way the refinery is decommissioned is that it's out of the city's jurisdiction, and they go to the agencies that deal with the decommissioning. They get their permits, and then they are constantly idling or decommissioning tanks, and we don't even know about it. The only reason this has come to us is because there's a redevelopment component to it. That's what the city council has discretion over. But the good news for the community is, because the city council has discretion, because the city council has changed to require this specific plan, now you can require an environmental impact report. And in that, contaminations will be identified, any air quality mitigations that need to be conducted will be identified by experts, and you will have the discretion to impose conditions of approval and mitigation measures. For example, if the council wanted to say, we want to ensure that the refinery has X million dollars set aside in a fund not to be touched, so if there is future environmental releases or issues, you get to put a condition of that nature on any development that you approve. So from my humble perspective, I think getting the process started is in the best interest of the community, because if this site's sitting there blighted, contaminated, without any environmental review, I don't know how that serves the interest of the community. That's not a good situation. I mean, do you agree that it's better to get it remediated?
I would add to Madam Mayor that if the moratorium is extended, the refinery activity could continue. Even if not by Phillips, they would obviously have the opportunity to extend that to another operator, sell it
We
to
wouldn't
them.
be involved.
Correct, but that they would have by right to continue that
Yeah,
use.
okay. I just want to make it clear, thank you for that explanation from staff, that even if this moratorium is to expire, we will have community meetings and we can start the process. And I know that some people, we don't want to carry ourselves sites, so we want to be hands-on, involved, setting up, in my mind, what can and cannot go there. And I know that I've heard people saying homes, you can't put homes there. That's not gonna happen. It's not healthy. So I want to make sure, I like the explanation that you guys have given so far. That's why I asked for the pros and cons. That serves us to no advantage to extend this moratorium, because we can have all the meetings that we can, and we don't want anybody else coming in that has say-so and we have no input. Councilman Deere.
Thank you. So, city attorney is saying that there's no action on this item tonight, but it will be brought back to us on September 30th?
It won't be brought back unless you instruct us to bring back a moratorium extension. If you don't if you agree with our recommendation that at this point the moratorium has served its purpose, we have changed and we've required a specific plan, we've investigated, we've hired the consultants we needed to hire. We paused it because the news came to the city through the LA Times, through an article that said Phillips 66 is advertising that they want to sell it to industrial developers, and they're saying, as a matter of right, without any city council review, you can come and put warehouses here. And we rushed and we imposed a moratorium. We studied the issues. From a planning perspective, we realized what we have to do. We have already implemented it. We've changed it. We require a specific plan. We've hired the consultant. So there's really, you've done what you needed to do for the moratorium. The extension is not going to accomplish much more than what you've already done.
So this moratorium was put in place for a good reason. We know. Yep. And the staff, I want to compliment the staff for the great work they've done on this, and the legal consultants that we have as well. The article in the LA Times talked about maybe selling it to an investor, but it's my understanding they don't want to sell it. They want to lease the property. Is that correct?
They're doing a joint venture with a developer.
But they're going to retain ownership.
We don't have their application, so we don't know.
You don't know.
We don't know.
So how do we find out that information?
Once they submit their application, then we can start the process of looking at what they're doing and bring it to the public.
Okay. Well, I think this body should consider at maybe the September 30th meeting, having on the agenda, giving more opportunity for the public to have input, and anything that may develop between now and then. It's a short period of time. We may want to extend the moratorium. It sounds like we don't, but we should be prepared. So if we have it agendized, at least we could have that option. Otherwise, we don't have the option if it's not on the agenda.
That's true. It's up to the council.
Thank you.
Correct me. The 30th would do what? Nothing more than this is doing. You could either say, I'm going to extend it or I'm not. You can do that tonight. Yes, no?
Well, if you wanted to extend it, you would say, we want to extend it, bring back an item to extend it.
I'm going with staff's recommendation. You answered my question. There's no advantage to prolong it because we have to get the application in to start moving forward, and therefore you can have your community meetings and everything else. Without this application coming in 10 months from now, we're in the same spot. Is my recommendation is that we can approve staff's recommendation and then start this process of reviewing the application. And we've been meeting, and like you said, there's no advantage to extending this moratorium. You've done all your due diligence. Am I hearing you correctly?
Yes, I feel, and again, I'd like staff to confirm if they concur, that we have done the necessary steps. We've taken the necessary steps we needed to take to make sure the council retains full discretion from a land use perspective on the future of this site.
We are in control. We will make that decision with community input. Yes. It will be community meetings, however many you want. There can be a task force formed. But if you've done everything that you can, we want to start the process. In my mind, I don't want to look at a blighted site for the next 10 months and come back and make the same recommendation.
I would have more of a concern of Phillips doing stuff on that site without us knowing exactly what they're up to. I would recommend that the city gets their application so you know what they're up to, and then you can start the process of having the consultants monitor them. And as Assistant City Manager Dr. Lennox pointed out, there's also the concern that if they don't start the process and there's another year delay, would there be an inclination to continue the operations? And I know the community would rather not have a refinery in their community.
Right. Okay.
I have a point of clarification, Madam.
Yes.
Okay, so
you're speaking, wait a second. Sure. I have Councilman Hicks queued up. MPT.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam Mayor. My question, based upon what the city attorney has given us, based upon the moratorium for it to go away. It allows Phillips 66 to do their process of actually looking at what they may potentially want to put on that site. My concern is I know that my residents are real concerned about what they would like to see on that site versus them being told after the fact. And I think the moratorium will curtail that process from happening, because if you still have the moratorium, there won't be nothing coming from Phillips 66 at all, because you have a moratorium and they can't do anything, their hands are tied. So by allowing this to exhaust to April, October the 18th, I think it was, October? Will expire. It will now allow the residents, the environmental organizations to actually come together, to actually sit down with Phillips 66 so we can get that in place. I did like what you said, Madam Mayor, about putting together a task force so that we can conduct what we need to do to make sure the residents are aware of what's happening. Because I think what is being told to us tonight, everyone said the residents did not know what was going on, and some residents still don't even know that Phillips 66 is even closing. So there's some things that need to be done. I just want to put a caveat in there that if we do the walking man for canvassing certain around the Phillips 66 area, around the location, just so that people can know that these meetings are taking place. Again, we've talked about it in the past, everyone is not computer savvy, everyone doesn't look at emails, everyone is not on social media, but snail mail seems to work very well for a lot of people because they get it all the time. So that's my concern, that's what my request would be, and then to look at how we can be in front of this versus being behind it.
Councilman Deere.
Yeah, thank you. So then, if it was mentioned by the mayor that we have to get our application in, but I want a clarification. Isn't it Phillips 66 has to get their application in?
That's what I.
Can you clarify
That's what
that?
the mayor said. I heard her say for them to submit their application.
Oh, no, that's not what she said, but that's okay.
That's what I thought I said.
We have it on tape, so.
Okay.
I know.
Doesn't matter.
City attorney. That's funny. Okay. Clarification. Thank you, and that's complete.
Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing no further discussion, I'd like to move staff recommendation and also to set up a task force so we can start this process.
So there was no staff recommendation, staff report, although the recommendation tonight is to allow it to expire so we can start the process.
Thank you. Do we need to vote on that?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. Restate our motion.
Second.
The motion is that our city attorney stated.
Yes, to allow it to expire.
Allow it to expire and to set up a task force.
Yes.
Set up a task force consisting of what?
Community residents and staff.
Okay.
To come up with information. I beg your pardon?
Keep going.
Oh, that's it?
Would you want?
So do you want council members?
Ad hoc?
Do you want council members on the task
Yes.
force or just
Whose
staff?
district?
And
Staff and the council. Is your district? Whose district is it? Oh, it's.
It's district number 4. It's Rojas's district.
I like Councilwoman Rojas on it, and I'd also like MPT on this committee, task force.
Okay.
And you can designate the staff.
We share it.
Okay, you can designate the staff person that you'd like to be there.
Sure.
One request I do have,
staff,
Madam Mayor,
are you paying attention?
Yes.
is that if you do walking man, to also do it kind of all the southern neighborhoods, so that would include District 2 as well.
Yeah, the two
Thank you.
members of the ad hoc will determine how we're going to get the information out. Okay? 2, 3, and 4. Okay. You're on it? MPT is on it. You report back to us. Is that good? Okay.
Yes.
Vote.
I don't need to vote on that, do I?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, let's vote on it.
We gotta vote.
Oh, we did?
Live motion on the floor.
The motion on the floor. Cast your vote.
Thank you. Motion carries.
The public hearing was closed, so I'm good. What item are we on now? Number 33. This is a public hearing. Mr. City Manager, item number 33. That's to consider amendment to the Community Development Block Grant.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Okay. Yeah, this is a public hearing to consider substantial amendment to the Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, and Community Development Block Grant, Coronavirus CDBG CV Program Year 2024-2025. Budget to reallocate unexpended funds into Program Year 2025-2026 for the City Council.
Okay, is that it?
Well, we can give a presentation here.
I'm gonna open the public hearing
I
first.
think did we open the public
No,
hearing?
we're gonna open the
Okay,
public
that's
hearing.
fine.
Madam Clerk, was it properly posted?
Yes. All the things. Yes. No written communication.
No written communications?
All the things.
Okay, we're gonna close the public hearing then. Staff?
Okay, thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm gonna at this time, we're gonna actually call our staff from housing who can assist with the CDBG particular block grant. We have, I believe, Dwayne and Tony, or Dwayne at least is here already at the podium. So I'll allow Dwayne to go ahead and give a brief presentation in regards to this particular item.
Thank you. This is simply a bit of internal bookkeeping, making sure that unexpended funds from the 23-24 fiscal year, as well as the 24-25 fiscal year, are carried over into the present 25-26 fiscal year in order to support and supplement, if necessary, the 25-26 CDBG annual action plan. So this is just taking monies that we hadn't used up in prior fiscal years and bringing them all into the current year so that we can utilize them.
So we didn't lose it, okay.
No, ma'am.
Yeah. So just to clarify, it's to reallocate the program funding that we have. And so there's no fiscal impact. We're just moving the program funding from one bucket year to another. So that way we can utilize that. And so that way staff can still continue to utilize some of the programs that are implemented within CDBG's purview.
Okay, the agencies that receive funding this year, are they getting an additional allocation from the leftover monies, or are you just keeping it and we're gonna reallocate?
That's correct. Yes, Madam Mayor.
Okay, Councilman Deere.
Yes, I think that there's pretty non-controversial, so that being the case, I will move that we approve the submission of substantial amendments to the 2024-2025 and the 2019-2020 annual action plans to the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, aka HUD, and approve the proposed substantial amendment to the City of Carson's CDBG and CDBG CV annual action plan for the reallocation of unexpended funds, and waive further reading and adopt resolution number 25-096, reallocating $895,896.22 in this CDBG program year 2024-2025 funds and $238,642.25 in unexpended CDBG CV funds to the program year 2025-2026 annual action plan, and authorize the city manager or designee of the city manager to execute any amendments, forms, or certifications necessary to effectuate the approved allocations.
Been moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, cast your vote.
Motion carries.
Item 35. Consideration of local hiring, and I thought the list that you gave me is, let's see. Councilman Hilton, you have a vacancy on the Environmental Commission, regular position. Councilwoman, you have a vacancy on the planning, okay. And also the Public Works, so.
And, Madam Mayor, also, if we may, I think you were looking to establish an energy ad hoc committee. There's some aspects that are going to be coming up in regards to SCAG and the COG for energy and sustainability. And so I think it would probably behoove you to have an ad hoc committee for some of these decisions and some of these programs that are coming up. I think you had mentioned that there was someone in particular that you wanted to recommend to be part of this. So
Energy ad hoc. Energy ad hoc committee will be MPT and Councilman Hilton. They were both on the
thank you.
CRA. They're both on the CRA.
CPA.
Rita will be running that. So
Yeah, that's why they should continue.
thank you, thank you, Madam Mayor.
That's my recommendation. Youth Commission, Michael Whitaker, I see I have a vacancy. I don't. Yeah. Okay, could you find me someone to fill that?
Of course, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. On the Mobile Home Park Rental Review Board, Councilman Hilton and Arlene at large positions. Mobile Home Rental Review Board. And on the Relocation Appeals Board, Councilman MPT said he's going to move up Chris Morrison to a regular vacant position. Madam City Clerk, Relocation Appeals Board.
Okay.
He'll fill the vacant one.
Moving that up to MPT Hicks vacancy?
Yes.
Okay.
Also to the staff, Mr. City Manager, I think it's important for us to inform and re-educate our staff that's staffing these commissions that alternates are alternates. They vote only when the regular member is not there. Okay, they're there to learn what's going on, so at any given time they can fill in when to keep a quorum. That's what these positions are for. Not all of our staff is aware of that. I think it's time because we did it before, to go and meet with all of our staff and make sure they're all following the same procedures and guidelines. They don't vote unless they're seated in the place of a commissioner that's not there. And the purpose of them being at the meeting is so they can always be abreast of what's going on. They're compensated as though they were there, but you have various commissioners, the alternates are voting and making decisions and they have a full house. I'm excited that everyone is showing up, including our alternates, but I think we need to readdress with our commissioners. And then we are doing sporadic Brown Act violations. We used to have a meeting where all of the commissioners came together on a Saturday. I'd like to put that back in place. I know that the Public Safety Commission meeting this Saturday, representatives from our city attorney's office is going to be there going over the Brown Act. But let's get more for our bang and have all of the commissioners come out on a Saturday. We used to give them jackets and all kind of nice things to incentivize them coming to these meetings, and they had a nice breakfast or lunch. Okay?
And Elshire and Winder went over parliamentary procedure and rules of order.
They did everything. And so as opposed to us going from commission to commission, let's do one big meeting, a training session where all of the commissioners are invited to come out and partake, and staff is there and council is there. And let us know, Madam City Attorney, when we can do this so we can get the word out to all of our commissioners.
Absolutely. We'll think of some goodies to encourage them to come.
Exactly.
I'll work with staff.
Well, we'll make a workshop when we find out what date it is. So I used to enjoy those.
And you have to notice and agendize it so it doesn't
Yes.
violate the Brown Act.
Yes. So
Right.
once she give us a date,
Makes sense.
she'll put it on the agenda, and we'll move forward and go back to basics.
and we'll come up with some nice little perks. Okay. So that was Councilman Hicks' recommendation for there, so we don't need a vote on that. Item number, is that it? 36. Item number 36, consider acceptance of a quitclaim deed from the County of Los Angeles for parcels 28-7 EXF and a couple other ones. JR, where is my city manager? He left.
Yeah. So, Madam Mayor, this is a fairly simple transaction. It's approving the certificates of acceptance for these three parcels that are really they form the connector ramp between Alameda and Delamo, and they were acquired by the city back during the Alameda grade separation project. The city was originally undertaking, and then at some point the city allowed the county, or asked the county, I think, to construct the ramp. The city conveyed the parcels to the county back like in the 80s or 90s, I think in the 90s. County built the ramp as part of the county highway system, and then the county relinquished by resolution the parcels back to the city in 2011, but never recorded a quitclaim deed or any sort of grant deed. So they kind of sat there, and we had jurisdiction, but we didn't own them, and nobody really thought about it. Along comes Metropolitan Water District, who wants to run their large pure water pipe right up that ramp to make the right turn up from Alameda over Delamo, and they are going to need an easement from the city, and so we've spent the last couple of years actually trying to research the title and then working through the county real estate process to get to this point. This is on the Board of Supervisors agenda today for the approval of the quitclaim deeds. This is really just to approve accepting the deeds, and then we'll record, and then we'll take title. And then there will be an item come back to you in a couple of months probably, which will be the easement between Metropolitan Water District on pure water and the city. The city conveying the easement to the water district. So that's the report. There's a map in your packet. The very last page has a color aerial, and it shows the three parcels, and it's also the location of what they call a sectionalizing valve, which is, it splits the pipe into sections. So if there's a leak, they can turn it off, and it doesn't, they can stop the water. So that's actually located on this property as well.
Madam Mayor, as the staff explained, this is kind of a cleanup item. So that being the case, I'll move that we approve a certificate of acceptance, accepting a quitclaim deed from the County of Los Angeles for three parcels, 28-7 EXF, 28-8EXF, and 28-9 XEFF, located on the Delamo Boulevard and Alameda Street connecting ramp, and authorizes the County of Los Angeles to record the original quitclaim deed and direct the Registrar Recorder County Clerk to mail said document to the city as grantee.
Second.
Well, we're going to give it to the Dr. Hilton because he gave up one earlier.
Yeah, he had his mic on this time.
He had his mic on. So he's participating. Councilman Hicks, MPT Hicks.
Thank you, Madam. I just wanted to make sure, based upon us accepting this legally on paper, just making sure we have maintenance in place for that corner, because that corner becomes funky. Trash, graffiti, debris, and just making sure that we have, I guess it would be part of our medians, or would that be part of our ramps? I know it's not a Caltrans issue, but it's a ramp area, so I'm trying to figure out how we're going to be maintaining that as well.
I think it might be Cedric, it might be Caltrans. It'll
be part of
maintain
the,
the ramp, right? And the landscaping.
Just a second, we can't hear you.
Go ahead.
It'll be part of the streetscape
Okay.
maintenance.
Maintenance.
Yes.
Better maintenance.
Yes.
Better maintenance and what? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just asking.
No, you're just telling.
I'm asking who's going to do it.
Okay, what are we? You sharing or you having a sidebar?
That's a good question.
No, I'm sorry, we missed the question, Rob.
You were having a sidebar.
You said a sidebar
sorry,
about
we-
the cleaning. You're saying it's part of the maintenance. You're saying it's part of the median maintenance, or is it part of a different maintenance?
That's correct. Median maintenance, which just confirming, which I was checking with Dr. Rogers, is that RFP for the median project will go out. Will be for you all's approval. Second meeting of October.
In the meantime, who's cleaning?
In the meantime and in between time, I've got to ask Dr. Rogers on that one.
I'm not sure which one of our contractors is handling that area, but I can follow up and make sure that it gets taken care of while we put together the plan for the long term in perpetuity, get all the medians taken care of to the standard that Carson is used to.
Sounds like neither one of them is taking care of it.
That's
I'll,
right.
I'll follow up and make sure that it
Thank
gets
you.
taken care of.
It's in District 3, so it better
That's
be
why,
clean.
That's why I'm asking.
So they need to go out
Yeah, in the
tomorrow. Okay.
Well, one other thing, the Delaware Boulevard division between the county unincorporated area and the city, so you want to make sure the median, it's in our city limits, otherwise the county needs to maintain it. Thank you.
Any other conversation? Discussion? Hearing none, cast your vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 37. Item number 37 is considered second reading of an ordinance, adoption of ordinance number 2516, and amending the Carson Municipal Code to increase the membership of the Human Relations Commission to add members with a focus on disability-related matters. Mr. City Manager.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yes, consider the second reading is an adoption of ordinance 25-2516, amending the Carson Municipal Code to increase the membership of the Human Relations Commissions to add members with a focus on disability-related matters for your approval.
Madam Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the second reading.
Been moved and properly second. Any discussion? I'd like applications to come in. We have 2 positions that will be appointed by the mayor. Correct? Okay.
That's
Cast your
correct,
vote.
Madam Mayor. Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Council member requests to add items to future agendas.
Madam Mayor.
All communications, council members.
The memorial adjournment?
Oh, memorial adjournments?
No.
Oh.
Oral communications for members of the public.
Oh, non-agendized items.
Non-agendized. Is it okay to begin?
Yes, please.
Pause.
Pause, are you here?
She's sitting in the back
Come
there.
on down, come on down.
She left. Oh.
Okay.
Let's skip right over.
Is that a baby carriage she has there?
Woohoo. Okay, pause. You have 3 minutes.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Hold on, please. All right. Okay. Good evening, Honorable Mayor Lula, council members, city clerk, and staff. First, I would like to sincerely thank you for hearing us the last time I came before this council. At that meeting, I requested that our Filipino-American History Month celebration be scheduled on October 26 rather than
October 11. I am very grateful that the city administrator, Mr. Bobby Grove, has confirmed that the date has been moved to October 26. Maraming salamat po. This adjustment means a lot to our Philippine American community in Carson. October 26 brings us closer to our long-standing tradition of celebrating not only Philippine American History Month, but also Larry Itliong Day. As you know, this council unanimously approved resolutions since 2009 that established both observance, making Carson a leader nationwide in recognizing Filipino American contribution. This year marks the 15th year of this resolution. However, we are also concerned about the recent decision to remove Larry Itliong Day as a separate city observance. We believe this diminishing this historical and cultural significance of the resolution that this very body passed unanimously in the past. Larry Itliong was a hero of the American labor movement, and to erase this day from our city calendar is to erase part of our shared American story. I already have provided each of you with copies of our resolution draft and advocacy handout by emailing to you, and today I will also be submitting the hard copy of the city to the city clerk for the record. With this, I am formally requesting that the resolution be agendized to the next city council meeting so that the Carson can reaffirm its leadership role and honor the commitment it has made to its Philippine American community. My request is simply but important. Reinstate Philippine American History Month as a full October celebration, not just one day. Reinstate October 25 as Larry Itliong Day as an official city observance. And finally, consider a permanent legacy, renaming Carriage Crest Park as Larry Itliong Park. We believe this action will restore trust, honor history, and strengthen the unity, pagkakaisa of our diverse city. On behalf of the Filipino community of Carson, I respectfully ask for your support. Mabuhay ang lungsod ng Carson at mabuhay ang ating pagkakaisa. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Mayor, I have a question for staff regarding something she said. Do I understand it correctly that Bobby Grove approved moving the Philippine History Month observance to October 26th or 26th, the day after Larry Itliong's birthday?
Yes.
No. It's not October 11th anymore? Well, what is the case? I'm asking the city manager.
Well, I'm not sure. As far as the changing of date, that was approved by you all as council. Bobby Grove doesn't make those changes. So that was brought to you, I think, last budget cycle when all the events were listed. You as a council approved that then.
Yeah, we approved the budget for it, but
and the dates
were
included in that, to my understanding.
But we were informed it was October 11th.
Yeah.
So now it's changed?
Yes. As far as October 11, that was last week still. Only today, I received an email saying that we're moving it to October 26. Just today.
To the city manager, maybe you could ask her these questions because, to pause, you received an email from whom?
From Bobby Grove today.
Okay, and maybe Mr. David Roberts or his staff could address us because we'd like to know because as council members we want to attend. So, what day is it?
Okay.
The event will be held on October the 26th. It is the Philam event. That is the event date for this particular year. It will be on October the 26th.
That's a Sunday? So it has been moved from the 11th.
It has, yes.
That was my question. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Faye Coons.
Okay, so
Good
evening.
Yes, hello.
Sunday the 26th.
Request of the last speaker also. Yes. Faye.
Okay, basically this thing has been in and out, and the thing that I would like to, this is the result of the fact that there's no committee. You know, there's no, you look at the Philippine Independence Day and Phil Ams and not even, my husband who's Caucasian, he's more Filipino than me. But my point though was, let us not hold the Karari Itliong Day as a divisive event. In fact, it's an event that puts us together. It's an event that honors unionism. It's an event that looks at laborers and farm workers and a tribute to them. And you guys are there. You guys are all workers. I am a worker. And that's why we should look at this way. We are not against the jazz festival because it's an event where a lot of blacks are there. No. We don't tell, okay, Mayor Lula, why are you there with the Philippine Independence Day? No. The thing is, we want you to be there and honor this because this is an event that does not consider the skin, but looks at farm workers and laborers as an important issue. And I'd like to make that clear because it looks like, just because you said this and there's so many events, there's more budget for black events. No, this is not the point. The point is what the point of Larry Itliong and Cesar Chavez uniting. It's because the importance of having human rights, of having good wages. And then the other issue that I want to say is we have already selected, and that's the problem. When you say that there is no committee, that's so bad because you have an event, and then who takes ownership of that? No, it's the people. That's why you need a committee. You need a staff, but you need a committee. You have 5 people, and none of the organizations, none of the residents are involved. That's a lot of BS. Who will vote for you? Who will be there? You need to have a committee. You need to hear from the people, not just me and Paz.
Thank you so much. That's 3 minutes.
So let me just cut this short. So we are recommending
Madam Mayor.
2 people.
Yes, pause. I think we need to talk to Director Whitaker. I was not pause, it's fake goons. Whitaker, I thought there was a committee. You guys need to work that out.
Yeah.
There's a staff person, and I think you need to talk to Director Whitaker.
But I'd like to say, I'd like to end this, but I'd really like to thank you because moving it and making sure that Larry Itliong, October 25, because this is a state, this was approved by the state.
Pause.
Yeah.
Your time is up. Oh, Faye. I'm sorry. Faye Coons.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Our next speaker is William Coons. Good evening. You have 3 minutes.
Speak on this same issue that Faye was on. First of all, I just found out that it was moved from the 11th, which I was opposed to having it then, since I am married to Filipina and very sympathetic to the Filipino community. I'm glad to see it was moved. However, I didn't understand, Mr. Whitaker, why wasn't it moved to the 25th? That is the actual day of his birthday. If you go to the 26th, that's the 27th in the Philippines. Of course, he was here when he did his work with the union. So I'm wondering, that's my first question, but I'm glad to see it was moved. I don't know if you're going to still have the the 11th event, you could still have that as opening of the History Month if that's what you want. But the Larry Long Day is very important. It's a city holiday, city employees, etc. So my second issue is the no community. We have no community planning committee that would advise you on this and other events. And I'm going to bring up other events now. So I'm wondering if this is true of other events, because it seemed like that was what it was going to be for the Independence Day in June. And now it almost was that way until we forced the issue and made a community planning committee. So the community should have a committee to advise you. If you make decisions, fine. Let the community then tell you whether they agree or disagree. And I strongly disagreed with this 11th of October. So moving on, so I'm concerned about the planning of these events. For instance, Country Western Fair is Friday, 5 to 9 p.m. Why isn't it on a Saturday or a Sunday like it was in the past, always on a Saturday, if I remember right? The Jazz Festival stays the same. The Philippine History Month, we say, has moved, but now it's on a Sunday. It was 2 weeks ahead of time. How much time? It's like saying June 19th should be on the 5th of June. You wouldn't want that 2 weeks ahead of time. Well, same day with Larry Young. You don't want it 2 weeks ahead of time. So I'm glad that's moved. I don't know why it's a Sunday. The Women's Health Conference, that's on a Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Don't know why. Why isn't that on a Saturday? People work during the week. Maybe the city employees don't work on Friday, but others do. Thank you. And as far as your ad hoc committee, I'm on the Environmental Commission. You should have somebody on the Environmental Commission, or maybe on planning and on your ad hoc for items 36 and
Madam Mayor, that's
24.
3 minutes.
Thank you.
Luz Padilla, I see that you submitted a comment card for item 37, which has already been addressed. So you're good? You submitted your comment cards after we already spoke on.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to get clarity on. Council aid, can we still speak and just have it be a general comment?
If it's a non-agendized item, it's non-agendized. So I'm just asking.
That was an agendized item. Yes.
Yeah.
And you should have. Yeah. You got what you wanted. See ya.
We wanted to just ask about how it's going to be structured, only because
We will get to that. Staff, okay, and the commission itself, but it's two commissions, and you guys can work that out.
only because quorum, because we're saying we don't want people who have disabilities that are there for disabilities to have to take on the human relations.
Okay. You missed your chance. Yes, you did. Come back in 2 weeks. The 30th, 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks. You just talking and you.
Jewel Jones.
Jewel, come on down.
I'm sorry?
Does Vivian have a card in?
Yes.
Okay, we don't succeed times. That was a past administration. Come on down, Vivian. You got 3 minutes. You got 3.
Okay.
That's up to you,
Since
Vivian.
my first statement was, please, well,
Vivian.
there are other people who didn't fill out a card who could cede time, maybe. I need one person.
You need Vivian. You got 3 minutes.
Good evening.
Hi, Vivian.
Hello there. Good evening, council employees, city people. Good evening, Mayor and City Council members. My name is Vivian Hatcher. I've been a resident of Carson for over 40 years. I'm here tonight to speak about the conversion of the Extended Stay America Hotel to permanent supportive housing. The conversion will be executed by the Weingart Agency. The initial funding for this property comes from the state of California's Project Home Key program. The Carson Hotel conversion's name is the Weingart Primrose. We have done what we could to gain an understanding of the conversion. We started with hosting a community meeting with residents with Weingard executives on June 19, 2025, Juneteenth. Later, we toured the Weingard Willows Hotel conversion in Gardena on July 31st, 2025. The Weingard Willows opened to provide permanent supportive housing in January 2025. In addition to this tour, I initiated a City of Carson public information request regarding conversion on June 25th and received a reply on July 16th. There is a 10 calendar day request response time by law, as you know. Based on our exploration, the residents I'm representing tonight are respectfully asking, 1, to have input into the establishment, renovation plans, and ongoing operation of the Weingard Primrose. Number 2, to this end, we vigorously support that an oversight group comprised of residents, stakeholders, city personnel, and possibly the Carson Sheriffs and the Fire Department be formed. This group would have the authority and power to take corrective action to improve the operation of the Primrose. And 3, we highly recommend that the city insist on having a written agreement, contract, memorandum of understanding, etc., with the appropriate agencies and government entities connected with the existence of the Primrose. This written agreement should contain the necessary details that articulate the responsibilities, authorities, rules, regulations, accountability, consequences, etc., for the named parties if the program should fall into disrepair. Thank you, Council, for listening to these comments and for receiving our written input. We look forward to your feedback in the future. I apologize for reading, but you gave me no choice.
I love it. You did an excellent job. With time to spare.
Madam Mayor?
I think, yes.
Thank you. Okay. 2 days ago, I was speaking with LA County Supervisor Janice Hahn, and she had brought forward the same project for the city of Torrance. And Torrance rejected it, and the county withdrew their proposal. FYI. Thank you.
Ms. Hatcher, I've been in contact with the wine garden. I didn't know you all had a meeting, but we've been meeting. We've walked the site. I am on the side of what Torrance did as well. I did share that. I'm on the side of what Torrance did. When this program came together, it just kind of fell in our lap. I was notified as soon as it hit the paper, and we immediately called our county. I immediately called our county supervisor, and we've been meeting with the CEO of Wine Guards. We were trying to do a diversion program where the students of Cal State Dominguez would be in the wine garden, would be in that project. But if they don't comply with that, of the students that are homeless or living in their cars that are on Cal State Dominguez, listen, I'm of the mindset, let's protest it like Torrance did, because if it's not good enough for Carson in my estimate. So I would love to sign on in that meeting with you all to see how we can do and move forward. But we have been meeting with the wine garden in regards to that. So if you'd like to have a direct connection with the CEO, we have direct connection with them.
I think we were supposed to look in filing a lawsuit like Torrance did. What happened? I don't remember exactly because I wanted to join that lawsuit.
Yeah, I think it's a different issue there, Mayor. I think what you're making reference to for what Torrance was trying to do. But to Dr. Hilton's point, the concept and project currently as it stands is to have that particular project be 100% student housing for those students that are unhoused. The only aspect is we were trying to make it 100% Cal State Dominguez Hills students. that's the hangup currently that we're facing, is because HUD considers that a discriminatory act when you're just allowing or just focusing on one institution. So that's where we're trying to get past that portion, because we're only up to 75%. So there's
Yeah, we're at 75% right now. How many? It's 100 rooms.
104 rooms
104
that will
rooms.
be, and the 75% is for Cal State Dominguez Hills. We're trying to get the remaining 25%. If for some reason we are unable to do that, the remaining 25% would be unhoused students from other institutions, unless they're residents that are unhoused, which we don't have. The 25% of that is like 15 to 20 people, and we don't have 15 to 20 unhoused folks here. So it's not actively listed in our system.
Well, to Vivian and friends, we did not want this project in the city, and my bishop and I were at all these meetings, and we made some specific requests. But I would like for you to meet with our bishop, and let's give you more time so we could address some of these concerns. He was not aware of the meeting that took place. I think it was at Victory Outreach. So I know should be another meeting, but we are opposed to this project. It was shoved down our throats, and I think our residents need to understand what's the difference in between local government, we're local politicians, and the county. And they dropped in our lap, and we said, no, we don't want it. They were trying to put one over at the, what's the name of that hotel over there? Hampton Inn, which would have been more unhoused. And our request was to let us take care of our own unhoused population, as opposed to bringing in other residents. And then we still have the same number of unhoused. So we're at the 75 percentile right now. Hopefully our city manager and our bishop here will get us where we're trying to go, if we have to have this project at all. And it sounds like we do. So give the bishop a call. You guys set up a meeting. I was at the one when all the head honchos were there, and we made specific requests for that facility.
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
So if there's 75 students at Cal State University Dominguez Hills that need housing, and they're going to be able to live there, that's really good. But did I hear you correct when you said you didn't think we had 25 homeless people in Carson? I think we probably do. We have people wandering around our city and sleeping various places.
Not residents. We have people that are unhoused that frequent into the city from the level 1 Torrance facility, that walk and traverse through your district.
So
they're
not considered Carson residents?
But they're not Carson residents, no. Our public engagement officers are actively on the streets, and they know who our homeless or our unhoused residents are. And so, no, we don't have 25 unhoused residents, 15 unhoused residents. The remaining 25 percentile is supposed to be for unhoused students. And so it's supposed to be a student housing program and project. And so that's what we're advocating for. Our own university has over 1,500 unhoused students. So we're trying to advocate and state that if we have 1,500 unhoused students at our Cal State University Dominguez Hills campus, and we have 104 rooms, it makes 0 sense not to have 100% of those rooms being occupied by the 1,500 unhoused students. We have plenty of unhoused students that need homes. We have minimal number of rooms, but for them to state currently we can only have 75% occupied. That is the action that we were trying to move past.
That's because of HUD.
That's correct.
So what if we opened it to El Camino College students and LA Harbor Community College students with HUD?
That's
satisfied?
partially what they are
They live in
advocating
Carson,
and stating
too.
that we would have to look at.
I
But
see.
we're trying to find those students that are actually Carson residents.
Right.
That is the second tier.
Thank you.
Mr. City Manager, when we met with the governor's representative, did he ever get back with us? Because he said it was doable.
Absolutely not, Madam Mayor.
Oh my, he just came down, huh?
Yes, he did.
Well, let's call him because he kind of assured us that he was going to work with us on this. Jeez.
Our fearless city attorney has volunteered to call the governor's office.
Here you go, my fearless attorney.
Go on as a governor's podcast.
Okay. All communication.
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
You
But
have another
just
one?
as a point of clarification, the resident that submitted the comment card that had indicated specific agenda items also checked the box for general comment and has requested to speak for the general comment portion.
Okay.
In the future, I will say, if people are going to speak for agendized and non-agendized, they will be submitting 2 cards in the future so that it's clear. Because if the numbers are listed on top, that's what I look at. So that matter has been clarified, and the constituent would like to speak.
She can speak to me after the meeting. I'll make myself available to you. We passed non-agendized also. All communication staff, we'll be here all night messing with you. All communications council members. You're late. Brandy, all communications council members.
What is going on?
I'm on council members. Shh. Councilman Hicks, MPT Hicks.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I just wanted to, for an item, can we bring back an update on the facade improvement program? We need to look at that anyway with the Olympics coming and everything in place. Where are we at with the facade improvement program?
Sure. Yeah, and actually, that's already something that's on the docket with McKenna from planning, and then James Wynn. So they're going to be putting together a PowerPoint presentation as well as the item for you all to review. So
perfect.
Yes, sir.
Councilman Deere.
Thank you. Yeah, I want to say happy Mexican Independence Day to everyone. And also, I recall when I was a city clerk, I think around this time of the year, we had a voter registration awareness. Maybe the city clerk can enlighten us on that if you're aware of it. Isn't September 16th?
Enlighten you on what?
Say again?
Enlighten you on?
On Voter Registration Awareness Day. That's September 16th?
National Voter Registration Day is September 16th. National U.S. Constitution Day is September 17th. So it's celebrated on both.
So it is today. So
Today is the
that was my
16th?
question. Today is the 16th. Okay, so I want to say National Voter Registration Day is something that we should encourage all the people that we know who are eligible to vote to please register to vote. It's very important, especially outreach to young people. We as council members and people in the audience, if you know young people that say, oh, voting's not important, please encourage them to register to vote and to cast a ballot, because the vote is their voice in a democracy, and we need to preserve the American democracy, as you know. Thank you.
Dr. Hilton.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I want to extend a happy birthday to my seatmate, Jim Deere. His birthday's tomorrow.
Let's sing. Let's sing.
And a 1.
Thank you very much.
And a 2. And a 3.
We should sing.
Happy birthday.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday, dear Jim. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
I wanted to, and I'm not doing here. I try to get.
Thank you, Bishop.
You're welcome.
Thanks for not
Listen,
forgetting.
Tomorrow there's going to be a community meeting in regards to the property that is on University and Central in the Mighty District 1. You know that. In the Mighty District 1, and I know John Holloway and Brandy Lewin have been on social media talking about it. It's going to be at 6 p.m. at the Carson Library. There will be a community meeting regarding this development. Carson Companies extended an invitation to all of the elected officials. So I want to make sure residents come out tomorrow and let them know what you want on that corner and what you don't want on that corner, okay? We don't want a car wash, and they know that. So I don't anticipate a car wash. I also want to say to, I talked to, I don't know if you ride up Central and you ride up Victoria, but me and Derek Mims will be walking around the campus. Seems like they're, I shared with Derek that seems like their public works, whatever they call them, have been off for a couple of weeks and the weeds were growing, and I had to point it out to them. It's not our public works. It was on the campus of Cal State Dominguez, but it was just bleeding over into our community. So I shared with him that because residents have reached out and called, and just want to say have an incredible night, everybody. Make sure I got everything. Thank you so much, Madam Mayor.
I didn't cut you off. Let me go back to MPT. He said I muted him earlier.
Yeah, you did, but that's all right. We all in together. Upcoming on September the 23rd, we're having a town hall meeting at Dominguez Park at 6:30 on September the 23rd. Wednesday, September the 24th, at Carson Dominguez Room at the Carson Community Center at 6:30. We're having a meeting regarding Mills Park construction update and what's happening with Mills Park. So the residents around Mills Park, please come out to the Carson Community Center on September the 24th to hear information about what's happening with Mills Park at 6:30. And then Anderson Park, I'll be at Anderson Park on October the 16th at 6:30 to talk about what's happening in the Anderson Park area and what's going on up on that hill. And then finally on October the 10th, I'm doing my usual annual food giveaway. This time I'm going to be at Dolphin Park. I'm going to hit every one of the parks that's in District 3. There's 6 different parks in District 3. I've gone to 3 of them already. This is the 4th one at Dolphin Park on October the 10th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. First come, first serve. There's always real nice fruits and vegetables that we give out, and you are almost guaranteed to walk away with 2 bags, maybe 3 bags of actual fruits and vegetables, because there's always a whole lot that we have that's given out. So for more information, get in contact with my council aide, Cac Lee, at 562-578-4679. And again, I just want to say thanks, everyone, for your support.
MPT, if we could just clarify, what would you say September 23rd was? What was happening on that?
September 23rd is a town hall meeting at Dominguez Park.
At Dominguez Park?
At Dominguez Park on the 23rd at 6:30. And on the 24th, the next day, it's about Mills Park here at the Carson Community Center at 6:30.
Okay. Just wanted, September 23rd is a special day, my mommy's birthday, so I just wanted to put that out.
Oh. It's actually my niece's birthday, my oldest niece's birthday on the 23rd.
Happy birthday, Mommy.
He's sleepy. Okay. Councilwoman, nothing?
Congratulations on your Cajun and Blues White Linen Affair.
Oh, thank you.
What a great event. Community came out and had a great time, and those events bring our community together. So great job to staff. They turned our parking lot into
New Orleans.
Oh yeah, Bourbon Street.
We're on Bourbon Street.
Yes.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Madam Mayor, I failed to mention this. Faye, I want to let you know at the outset that I won't be there on the 26th, and it's not because it's Filipino and Black, but it's on a Sunday. So I just wanted to let you know, because you pointed out all the Black people up here. So I wanted to just point out that, you know, it's not a Black or that issue. So, I mean, our country is divided enough, and we're not trying to divide Carson any more than it's already divided. We're trying to pull it together. So I would hope in all form and fashion that let's hold those comments back. It's enough we see every day on the news, on everything. Let's not make it a color issue, because it's not a color issue. Some Carson is a melting pot, and some of the friends that I've had since Carson High are not my color, but they're still my brother. Okay?
Amen. Thank you.
And Faye, you're my sister. Okay, you already know that. I don't have anything to report other than I'm sleepy. Sleepy. So, memorial adjournments.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. James Armstrong, Walter Jake Egan.
Madam Mayor.
Yes.
And we lost the iconic Robert Redford.
Yes, we
for those
did.
of you, I'm aging myself, but the way we were back in
Yes.
the 70s, yeah, so God bless him. He was
88.
Yes. Yeah.
Something like that.
Thank you, Robert Redford.
Okay, my bishop will say a prayer for us and then we will adjourn this meeting.
Madam Mayor, can we also list Trey Reed? He was the 21-year-old black student who was found hanging from a tree at Delta State University in Mississippi. And also later on that day, they found another African-American man hanging in a tree. I don't have his name in front of me, but I will get that as well. Let's pray. Father, we pray now for those names that were mentioned, those families. We pray for our country. We pray for our friends and family around us. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
Amen. And thank you to the staff and thank you for that cake I was eating. It must be the cake. I'm so sleepy. Okay, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay. Faye Kuhn, please get with our director about these committees. Not all events have committees. Know that, okay? Oh, yeah.